They're never gonna find that body. Oh, wait. Did we start?
Did you hide it where I told you to hide it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're never gonna find that.
We didn't start though, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Good.
They're always walking.
Yeah.
When do we start?
All right, we're starting in like 5, 4.
3, 2, 1. And welcome everybody to the season 3 premiere of The Critical Miss. I am super excited to be the Dungeon Master for this next campaign. I have almost all of the players here today, and one extra. Hi, Kevin!
He's waving.
Yes.
It's happening.
You guys will get to see him in a moment when that camera goes live. But, yeah, it is an honor to sit where the previous Dungeon Master sat and gave us such a cool story.
That guy sucked.
Now I am going to hopefully put on just as good of a story. I'm going to make it as good as I can for you guys. When we just had a session 0 mission on Wednesday, just to kind of fill you guys in on some of the stuff that happened. All of the players amassed on a ship called the Pauper's Dream.
Zip Pauper's Dream.
Zip Pauper's Dream.
Yeah, get the accent right, bro.
It was making a multi-continental transit run of essentially just carrying passengers to and from their destinations.
Like the Titanic.
Exactly. Its final destination being a town called South Dawn. However, the ship never reached its destination.
Well,
After
didn't we though?
Its intended destination.
it reached a destination.
Once again, like the Titanic.
Oh, shit. Wait a second.
Too soon, man.
It's been 100 years.
I'll never let
Still
go.
too soon.
After a group of pirates revealed themselves looking for a military man who was undercover on the ship, both a pirate ship and the ship you were on, the Pauper's Dream, was attacked by a large sea creature, larger than most of you had ever seen. The ship was ripped apart in seconds. And when we last left off, you were all plunging into the cold ocean.
That's my screaming voice.
And we're going to start it off now with everybody rolling Constitution save.
Oh god.
Not initiative?
Wait.
Not an issue.
Oh,
Excuse
God.
me?
Wait, you're
Oh,
gonna
no.
make our first
Wait,
roll of the
I'm
Constitution?
scared.
Yeah.
You're a fucking crazy
I'm
person.
in danger.
Yes! I can do whatever I want!
Yeah. Do I auto fail? Okay.
Woo!
Sure.
Seven?
Okay.
Did she crit?
No,
No.
might as well have.
Rob,
Oh,
give me the first one. Come on.
And you add it, right?
Yes.
So
Was that a
terrible?
crit miss?
No.
Yeah. Come on, someone do something exciting.
I
No.
did. I have super constitution, 21.
Oh
Should
god.
get a bonus?
Nice.
So who rolled the highest? Phelan, what did you have?
21.
21. Awesome.
There's no chance anyone's better
All
than
right,
that
so if nobody's beaten a 21, Phelan, you are the first to awaken.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I will say this, Matt. You have advantage on this check because of your proximity to the sound that's waking everybody up. Is that a 0?
It's technically it's a 1.
Okay, got
But
it.
you see, I rolled a 3,
Right.
so it's a 1.
Right.
Not a natural 1, which would be a critical.
So you must be very out cold because Phelan, the first thing that wakes you up, kind of your alarm clock here, is the sound of crying. You kind of shake yourself off. Memories of what happened previously start to come flooding back to you. The ship, the people you interacted with, something about a prayer circle and lost books. And you find yourself now face down in the sand. You kind of pick your head up and shake the sand off and look around. And first thing you notice is it's much darker than it was. You guys recall you were on the ship at about midday. Now it is dusk, if not nighttime. Very low light. And you kind of pull yourself up. And the thing you hear now, the thing you realize woke you up, was the sound of a crying baby. You look up and down the beach a little bit. You see a little bit further down what looks to be an unconscious Dyrus, who you met on the boat, holding an infant in his arms.
Aww. Smothered.
Yes. No.
Oh, good.
Smothered
Super
burrito.
release of the burrito.
Smothered.
Don't eat the kids. What's the matter with you?
I'm sleeping.
Debatable.
It is
Who sleep cannibalizes?
it is a regular baby, not a burrito baby.
Okay. That changes things now.
Right. So you come to, you kind of stand up, brush the sand off your pants, and kind of look around. It seems like where you are, you're in some sort of cove. You're not really sure how far down the coast you were when the ship crashed, or not crashed, was sunk. But you can see down this way, for as far as you can see, to your right and to your left, there's a sheer rock face that goes up about 25, 30 feet or so. Pretty steep, unclimbable, you would assume, for anybody who's not well trained in doing so. And yeah, you look up and down the beach and in your general vicinity, and god damn it,
Oh.
in your immediate vicinity,
Oh.
you do see the scattered remnants of some of the people you met on the boat. Some ship hands that you can see did not survive. Some that did. Some you do see the captain of the ship Minx a little bit behind you, a couple like 15 feet or so down the beach. And yeah, the floor is yours right now. Is there anything you want to do?
Well, as I get up, I say, I'm alive! Thank Andariel. I said that right.
Okay, you did.
Oh, and I let out some air as I look around and I hear the baby crying. Immediately concerned, but I see Darius.
Darius.
Correct.
So the baby rolled a higher constitution than me?
Get wrecked!
It had double advantage
That's
because
fair.
hungry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not hungry because I have this delicious burrito. Burrito.
I think what I would do next is, I guess, go over to Darius and, check in with him.
Okay. So you make your way a little bit further down the beach here and come up on Dyrus. He is he's laying sort of on his side. He's got his arm out and it's loosely cradling the child. It seems like he just got them both to shore and then passed out. So you take a moment to like kind of push on him, rouse him a little bit. Dyrus, you finally are jostled awake. When you open your eyes, you are met both with two things. One, the sound of crying directly in your ear, and the other is the gnomish girl who you had met on the boat, just sort of standing over you going, "Wake up! Wake up! Please! I don't know what to do."
I'm up. Hello.
That's a reasonable reaction.
That's exactly the reaction.
Can I make good berries?
You can indeed.
Oh shit!
We have a
Oh
good
man.
I
This
make,
brings me back.
I make some good berries.
Okay.
Where's Naren yet?
So you take out a.
Oh my god.
Are there any components for that spell, or it's just a cantrip?
It's first level. It's got components, but I have my rock in my
Right.
pocket if it stayed.
So you, almost like a magician's trick, you take the rock in one hand and you kind of pass your other hand over it, and you cite some words, and as you pull the rock away, you see in your hand is a pile of these 10 little green berries. Yeah, you have good berries.
Yeah.
What'd you just do? Oh, sorry, I'm in British.
do
What,
it again.
what did you just do?
I made some food for the crying baby and for you, because we need you to get up and we need to help
I'm
some
up.
people.
I'm up. Stand up. I'll request one, I suppose.
Everyone else here, roll a Constitution save again.
No, but I rolled an 18 on the first one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Yeah, you're up. I apologize.
You didn't ask. You said who rolled the highest,
Yeah,
and
you
then
just asked
stopped
who-
there.
No, that was that I should have asked, but
Yeah.
yeah, it
you
was
didn't
fine.
care.
I needed the singular person to wake up first.
Yeah,
so.
but
Okay.
I got an 18.
Yeah, you're waking up then.
Woo!
21, okay.
14.
14, okay. It's not a very hard check as long as you don't get like a 7 or a 1. So
If I may, I was gonna say I squeeze the good berry until it's like mushy into the kid's mouth because I assume he can't chew it himself.
Okay.
I don't know how young this baby is, by the way.
No, you should just bake bread.
this baby you would assume probably about like
A week.
maybe 5-6 months.
Oh, so it's like a baby.
It's
I
a
wasn't
baby
sure if it
baby.
was. Okay, I got it.
It's
Okay.
a baby
Squish
baby.
it.
So yeah, so I'm still gonna
What's
squish
the
like the
baby?
juice into its mouth,
Okay.
hoping that does what
It,
it's intended to do.
It does.
Okay.
It seems to satiate the hunger a little bit. The baby seems more content. You do notice a stench. You can assume diaper.
Wake the parents.
That's
It's about that life.
that's the other thing. There are some people not present.
Oh, cool.
You do notice that the father, who's in the room with you, is not here.
Okay.
Oh boy.
As well as, very noticeably, the bird person is gone.
The shark people. Are they
Oh,
there?
yeah.
Am I
There
trying to ask?
are actually, I should have put these out. There are a couple of pirates scattered across the
Wait,
Wait, so am
land.
I awake?
So sorry.
Yeah. All three of you are awake. You can get up.
That was one hell of a party.
There are some pirates
Holy
scattered around
shit.
here.
What in the
You're not sure
hell was
what
that?
state they're in, whether or
Do
not they are.
I have my weapon?
Yeah,
I'd
you
like-
have all your materials.
I'd like to check to make sure it works because I was just underwater.
Okay. Make a. Where are checks?
Garrett, you're
Bam.
up, right?
Make a.
This is you.
Over here.
That's him.
Oh, okay.
I know his character has the hat, but it's
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I see.
Yeah, I have to get my.
Could you stand me up also?
Sure.
Put the baby in his arms.
Oh.
Well,
but
On his foot?
I'm doing a sweet karate pose.
It's not gonna stay.
Make an investigation
shot.
check to check if all the components are working, if it's still well
I'm
oiled.
not good at that, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's a 9.
Any
From what you can tell, the rifle's in good shape. It's gotten wet before,
Okay.
and hasn't really been an issue. The only thing is you got to make sure that your bullets are wet. Your black powder is
Oh.
still okay.
God no.
Oh,
Excuse
I know
me?
how that works.
oh no.
Leon's panicking a little bit.
Okay.
Where's Lady Belgamy?
I was just gonna ask the same
Lady
thing,
Belgamy
actually.
is not there.
Yo,
Oh no.
hey, Belgamy!
Oh
Belgamy!
God.
That's her
Oh,
name.
can you? Oh, he's
I know it sounds funny, but I don't
me?
see her anywhere, right?
And he's 11.
You do not see her anywhere, but you hear, "Hello,
Belgamy!
hello."
Where's that come from?
It is actually, if you're there, it is actually close by to you.
Is it in this stuff? What's that stuff?
That is a wreckage. That is the front part. What the bow?
Bow.
It is the bow of the ship that was kind of grabbed and torn open.
All right, hold on.
As-
Gonna start smashing it. Gonna start smashing through.
You're just gonna start smashing.
Smashing.
There's an open section you can
Gonna
look
start
at.
smashing.
Okay.
I gotta start I gotta get it. I gotta get it out of there.
Make
She's in trouble.
an athletics check to start smashing.
Boom. Natural 17 plus the athletics is 219.
Okay.
That's math.
So
Quick math.
Stats.
So you kind of walk up to the ship and you just and you grab and you just kick through the wood and you start smashing it down with your mace. And as you look inside, you can see it's dark in there because there's even less light, no moonlight shining in. But you do see Belgamine inside. She seems to be trapped under some wood.
Oh no.
Well, I'm gonna try to reach in and try to get her out if I can. Is that possible?
Okay. Hold on one second. Garrett,
Okay.
do you want to do
Oh,
anything?
yeah.
I'm gonna go see if one of those pirates that's near me is alive at all.
Okay.
Go see if he's can jostle him up.
Okay, go over to him, and you can make a medicine check. You make another athletics check to start moving stuff out of the way.
20.
Wow.
Total. So it's not a crit.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you, in a panic, you're just like, Lady Belgamine, and you just grab this big piece of wood and you just
Full stride.
throw it off of her. Appears a little battered and bruised, but no broken bones as far as you can see.
Oh,
Seems to be all right.
oh. Larry Lasagna, I'm glad she's okay.
So
Lady Belgamy. I try to
Mom
like
spaghetti, are you
I slap
okay?
her a little bit and try to see if she wakes up.
She's awake.
Oh, she's oh,
She was crying.
I'm gonna still slap her a little bit. Oh shit!
just grabs your hand. What are you doing?
You're alive! Oh! Oh
Yeah.
my god, I give her a hug. And I'm like, oh, I was worried.
She
I thought you was dead.
She hugs you back. That was terrifying. I never want to go on a ship again.
I don't blame you. but we gotta find a way out. I don't know where we are.
I thought you were gonna end up like my friend Tony Ravioli.
Hey, we don't talk shit about Tony
I
Ravioli.
was talking shit. I was saying how he ended up.
Water.
Rest in peace.
Tony.
Thinking about you, Tony.
Gross them out.
Eat some.
Okay, so yeah, you attempt to slap Belgamine around a little bit.
I was just like, it's like, wait,
She stops you because she's awake. It doesn't need to be slapped right now.
Lady turns out to be awake.
You are kind of escorting her out of the ship now. This can be her. If you want to place her next to you, please.
Oh, she's a blue token. Okay.
Yes. And as you're escorting her out, you hear some movement on the top of the ship. And
I
as
hear
you-
some movement on the top.
As you look up, can you stand?
Sorry.
Can you stand Raucus up, please?
Oh my god.
Raucus kind of leans over the bow, looking down at the sand. He goes, "Oh, that was not just a hangover. Oh, what happened?"
Well, you see, what can only be described specifically as a kraken came in and tentacleized the ship, and now we're on this island somewhere. I don't know, man. Are you okay? Are you? You
My
looking
head
pretty-
hurts.
Would you like some help? I could. I don't know. I do medical. What's it 2 years?
No, it's just I need a drink. And you see him take a water skin off of his hip and just start drinking.
Did the bar survive?
No.
Wasn't it? No.
Garrett, what was your medicine check?
14 plus 15. But I'm gonna just for precautions, I'm just gonna whip out the whip of entanglement and kind of put them together real quick, just in case he tries anything.
Sure.
I like
You
it.
walk up with your whip of entanglement cautiously to see blue-faced, eyes open. He did not survive the journey.
No.
This certainly is not looking too good. I'll say that much.
Good riddance to bad rubbish.
Well,
Dyrus, at this point, you hear some. Where is he? Where is he?
And I'm just walk over to her immediately.
Okay. And she just breaks down crying. As soon as she sees you holding the baby, she breaks down crying. She's like, "Thank you, thank you."
Please stay away from the beach. We don't know if any of these guys are still alive.
And she immediately, as you walk over to her, she takes her child and kind of moves up to the rock face here, puts her back to the rock along with the kid, and just starts rocking him. And you
gets
see
a
her
nod.
frantically, through tears, kind of just looking around for her husband, who she has not seen yet.
Also,
Gonna deal with that later.
Fair enough.
Also, like the Titanic.
Is it Phelan
Phelan.
is what you're called? Please, please, if you could watch while I do this, or help me while I do this, rather. I'm gonna walk over to this Gusmooch, I believe he was called by Leon.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna walk over too, or
Yeah.
and I'll just stay a step back.
Just keep an eye on him, just in case he tries anything funny. I'm gonna grab him by the scruff of the shirt and just pull him up.
Okay.
I'm gonna have my panther fist fucking ready to punch him in the teeth if he does anything funny.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just kind of shake him a little bit, see if he wakes up.
Okay.
He's dead.
Yeah, it might be. It's fine.
You shake him a little bit, and he is limp. He is no color to his face.
Okay.
But as you shake him a little bit and kind of sit him up, you hear
I turn his head away from me.
a
I ain't getting thrown up on.
Nope.
Nice.
No, it doesn't look like
No, I know.
puke, but it is.
But
He
it's
just
puke.
starts coughing up a ton of water, and it just splashes out onto the sand. And he kind of takes a couple of deep breaths and looks up at you, and takes a second for his eyes to adjust, and then he sees who you are, and he just kind of tries to move back.
I'm hoping
Yeah,
I've got.
no,
I've
you're
got him,
holding. You're holding
almost
on
in
to-
full mount.
He's prone, and you've got a knee on his
Yeah,
sternum.
yeah.
You're just making. Sure.
I'm not heavy, but I'm hopefully more intimidating than death. Or whatever. So, I look at him and I just say, "You've made a lot of bad decisions today. You've made a lot of bad decisions in your life."
What was that thing?
I just look around.
Do I hear this?
Yeah. Actually, where are you? Make a perception check. Because you were
I
kind
speak
of
very softly.
you were involved with your gun.
I
So
also speak very softly, so I don't
You
know.
carry a big stick though.
I carry a
Oh.
big sword.
That was a short sword.
Yeah. From this distance, it would probably be
Yeah,
a
no.
hard DC to hear.
Yeah, no.
You don't hear anything. You're still pretty involved in your gun, just checking to make sure it's all right. Belgamine's kind of leaning on you. Her leg is injured but not broken.
Can I check my black powder, see if that's gonna fuck me?
You can. You pull out your black powder. You have like a small. It's essentially a bullet creator's kit.
Yeah.
Your rounds for the gun are fine.
Oh, thank God.
And you have about 12 of those.
Okay.
But your stock of black powder to make more rounds for right now is ruined.
Okay.
So you only have about 12 bullets right now.
Okay. Let me mark that down.
Lady Belgamine, how's your leg? Can you sit?
Oh, I could sit, yes.
I want to check through this rubble really quick. I want to make sure no one else is hurt.
Please, by all means, just help me to the wall.
I hope
And so you help her over to the wall, make your way back to the wreckage to start checking.
And I say, just scream real loud if anything happens.
Don't worry, I will. At this point, you notice with the guy you're holding on to, Minx in the back is sort of just standing up and just blindly looking up and down the beach.
Wait, is that fake?
Oh, I mean, yeah. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Essentially, he's in shambles right now. You see Minx just kind of like lost.
He's a wet cat.
Just looking up and down the beach at the
He's not
wreckage.
happy.
Blank expression. The guy you're on generally seems to.
Keep missing it. Damn it.
That
one was a stretch, but I'll take it.
We'll get the synchronized.
General Lee.
Okay.
General Lee stretch, yeah. Okay.
The gentleman you're speaking to seems like he's going through some sort of stress or
Some major stress.
post-traumatic stress disorder. Like he just seems very shaken up
I'm upset.
and
Does he
doesn't.
need a private moment?
You don't salute privates.
You don't private private.
Yeah, you don't.
You
Your
don't.
constitution drops by 2.
I mean, that's reasonable. I get it. I get it.
his
I just
making-
lose weight on this guy.
This is his making his way.
Yeah, that's what this is.
This is gonna be Burwell's version of Darkness Imprisoning.
Yeah.
I
But it
like
changes
darkness
every time.
imprisoning.
I say that's why this is your version. The salute.
But this one changes every time, at least. All right, sorry.
Can I run over to Minx? I see that Darius is.
Yeah.
Handling this?
He's handled. You make your way over here. As you're running up, make a perception check.
Okay. Bonjour, Minx. 18.
Jesus Christ.
What?
That dice is
It's
loaded.
weighted. It's
That's
weighted.
crazy.
Bullshit.
But it only rolls above a 15.
With that amount of check, I believe that's a 20 for you or a 21.
Perception,
Yeah.
right? You said.
I'm sure it's obnoxious.
I'm plus 3, 21. Yeah.
Okay. So with the 21, you're actually able to see just at a passing glance the gentleman over here, wide-eyed, blue-faced, head down in the sand. This pirate right here is Dunzo.
Probably feeling pretty blue.
Oh man. So you run over to Minx. Minx kind of not being rude, but he's just kind of looking over you. He's looking over
Yeah.
everyone. He's not talking. He's my ship.
Oh, no.
My ship is gone.
Hope you got insurance, son.
It's everything I had.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm up there.
Bonjour, Minx. I'm so sorry about your ship. Are you all right? Are you hurt?
Physically, I'm fine. You notice, actually, make an insight check while you're looking at him.
2.
Oh.
And
That was
there
close
it
to a
is.
20.
Plus 5,
Had to even out.
7. But that's pretty typical of my character, I feel like. Not a lot of insight.
He is panicked and distraught right now. You're still trying to make sure he's okay, so you don't notice anything in particular
Okay.
about him while he's talking to you. He's just distraught. He kind of like sits down in the sand a little bit and just kind of puts his arms on his knees and just kind of looks again over the beach out at the water. Just seems lost right now.
Okay. Can I take his hand? He's, come this way. There's survivors.
Yeah, he walks with you.
Okay.
He kind of zombie mode right now. He's just letting you lead him on.
Okay.
And he sits down over here with the rest of the survivors. Just kind of puts his head in the hand. As you walk back towards
Yeah.
Dyrus.
Yeah.
Okay. As you walk back towards Dyrus, you just see him put his head in his hands and just.
Pause.
What?
Head in his paws.
Oh, I thought you were telling me to
like-
pause. I was like, no, we're not doing that again. Not again.
Head in his paws.
Right.
This is the first time out. It will be a 30-second timeout.
All right. So you make your way back. Does anybody want to do anything right
I
now?
want to make my way down. Do I see them? Even though I'm a little bit far, I know I don't hear them, but I see them.
You're done kind of checking on your gun and your black powder now. You do see Dyrus straddling a gentleman.
As one does.
And you see Phelan. You do see something going on in this general direction.
Don't fight it. Steer into the skid.
Just ignore it. It'll go away.
Leon,
Won't,
you wanted to investigate the ruins?
Yeah, the wreckage to see if anyone else was
Okay.
or trapped underneath there.
Before that happens, sorry.
There you go.
I want to load my weapon
Okay.
because I don't know what's going on. You know.
Sure.
I'm screwing around, and I'm gonna make my way this way.
Okay. Your weapon is loaded. You have 11 rounds left. And you make your way that way. You come up on a scene. Dyrus is attempting to question an individual.
Yeah.
More or less.
Well, yeah. You'll see, but yeah.
He's just kind of holding him right now, and the guy's just babbling incoherently. He's just like kind of looking around going, what was that? What was that creature? What was that? I've never seen anything that big. I've been sailing all my life. What was it? And,
So I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna point my gun at his face.
okay.
I'm going to knock the gun away immediately.
Um,
I'm just holding it away from him. Not at Phelan, but up. Like,
What are
away.
you doing? I have to question this man.
I've got it. Walk away.
No.
Wait. He said, what was that thing? Didn't that thing say something yesterday?
you do remember it spoke. You might not remember the
What it
specifics of what it said.
Said that.
If you would like, you know?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't
Um,
remember when it said.
I wrote
Okay,
it down, but
so-
I have a pretty bad memory.
Fair enough. Well, if you wrote it down, you would know. Essentially, the voice asked, "Where is my vessel?
Bring me my vessel. I can feel.
Bring
it.
me my vessel. I can feel him near."
Yeah, I'm mostly just blurting out things to distract from the tension.
Thank you.
Going on between these two. Although I am kind of curious.
Was the
what in
Kraken Grand Funk Railroad?
It was not.
Thank you for getting that reference.
Maybe this guy knows something about it, or maybe he remembers something we don't.
I know I will find that out as soon as he walks away.
Well, maybe I could find out the man who came here to kill me and figure out who sent him.
Maybe I'll have a more polite conversation with him.
There's no reasoning with these people.
Is there reasoning with me?
I don't know. Is there?
Walk away.
I'm back
Find
away
out.
slowly.
Ted's like, this is getting too hard.
I'm real close.
We're not a
But in
group
a
yet,
way.
and it can happen.
Woo! I'm looking at Minx. I'm
In fairness,
turning
I'm
back.
ready to disguise.
Yeah, it's true. Same.
There we go. I'm backed away.
As someone in the military, I ask you to stand down and let me question this man.
And if you were my superior officer, I would. You're not.
Can I cast
In the military?
entangle?
No.
Can you what?
Cast entangle?
You totally can.
I cast entangle.
Who would you like to cast it on? Or is it a zone?
A
It's a
90-foot range, and it's a 20-foot square.
Oh.
Okay.
Starting
Oh.
with a point in range. I'm not comfortable with your conversation, and I want that to stop.
Okay.
Fuck you.
So there's a big space over here. You can kind of cast it in a way where it would only hit them right now.
Yeah.
So if you would like to do that, you can go ahead. Do they make a check? Is it a
Save.
It's a
Dex or
dex save.
Casting leads and bites power from the ground in range for the
Oh,
duration
no.
of plants. Turn the ground's area difficult terrain. A creature in the area when you can spell must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends. A creature restrained by the plants can use its
Strength
action to make a
save.
strength check against your spell.
Well,
Save
mine's
succeed.
straight at least. It's a 0. So.
Oh,
All right. So both of you make strength checks.
Oh, it's hot 5.
High five.
Who was 7, man?
Crit.
Well, this guy's dead, I guess.
And the unconscious guy? Well, the now conscious guy?
It doesn't do damage,
he
does it?
No, but
No.
he's about to kill him.
I'm not gonna
does
kill
not
him.
pass.
You don't know that.
What's the save?
Hopefully not.
What's your spell save DC?
Me?
Legends probably.
Should be
on
Oh,
your
yeah,
card.
it's in the
Sorry.
fortune, I think.
How do I know?
It'll be on this.
your...
I wish.
Nope, we didn't write it. So,
Shh.
okay, so it's
Wisdom.
8 plus 3 is 11, plus 2 is 13.
Okay, so he actually, since he, yeah, no, he fails.
Shit.
So, what you see in front of you, Xanier, all of a sudden you feel like your boots are having a tough time moving.
Okay.
And you feel these vines slowly creeping up your leg. It seems like they're almost coming out of the sand.
Best action I've had in years.
You kind of like take a step back and kick.
Same.
You and kind of kick the vines off. You, since you're straddling this guy, you don't notice until the vines come up and just sort of.
Yeah, my eyes are not leaving his,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't notice at all.
But you do notice now
And
that
even
you're
if I
kind of
did,
like,
I couldn't break them.
you're kind of just like, hit now, just tangled and wrapped
I'm
up.
just,
The guy on the ground is looking around wide. There's a vine over his mouth.
Oh, great. I'm not gonna
I
get
just look at him and I
information
say, I tried to make this civil. Sorry. And I just wait. 'cause I
Okay,
can't
fair
do
enough.
anything.
You have entangled them.
Can I run back over?
It's
Yeah.
difficult terrain, though. I mean,
So-
you can still do it. I'm just letting you know. That
You just
there are
kind of like got to
options.
climb through and just like, hold on.
Yep. Yeah. Now listen here. You should stop arguing amongst yourselves. We're on the ship. These guys were the enemy. I'll investigate here. Do the questioning.
Taking charge. I like it.
I'm taking
Can't
charge
move,
here. That's right.
Just give me 1 second.
Sure.
We'll get back to that. Leon, you have spent this time now while all of this is going on. Garrett, by the way, you checked out that guy. If you want to move down the
I was
beach too,
actually gonna
you
move
can.
down.
I was
to,
gonna
Yeah,
call
yeah,
over
yeah.
anyway.
So I'm gonna like move over to Leon, and then like at some point I would see this happening, and she's the only person I actually recognize.
The vines are a
You're-
little noticeable, I think.
That whole scene took a little bit. So you guys,
surrounding of the-
you walk up on Leon,
Yeah.
and he's searching through
I'm
the
gonna
wreckage.
help him, and then as soon as like the point comes where we see that happening, then I'm gonna go over there.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
My specialty.
You're helping him, so he gets advantage.
Check
Yes.
off the
Nice.
things.
Here.
A
Yeah,
5.
so you can do like
You have
Advantage.
advantage.
Advantage, I'm helping you.
Yeah.
Did I say 5? I meant an 11.
It's better.
Better than a 5.
It's
True.
You don't find much here. There wasn't much of value on the ship. Everything
I'm
was
looking for people.
everything. Oh, no people.
No people. Okay.
This is the majority of people. Belgamy was the only person in that side of in that hull of the ship there.
Gotcha.
You don't really see much else as far as people go. With that check, you do find 2 pretty nice bottles of wine.
Ooh.
Because it's wine, I say, I'm gonna bring this back to the church. I'm gonna get this blessed.
Fair enough.
Waste.
Hashtag.
Hashtag
I'll
blessed.
respect that one, I suppose.
As you see him pull out these 2 bottles, he's like, "I'm gonna take these back to the church."
He's from Boston now, like.
I don't know where he's from.
Nobody
He
knows.
called somebody a shkamoosh.
Gismooch.
I was
Gismooch.
gonna say,
Gismooch.
yeah.
That's the next one. Is
As he's holding up these 2 bottles, out of the corner of your eye, you see,
what?
and you just see this.
Say what?
You see the vines
Entanglement.
pop up.
Oh,
You just
the
no,
crack in
not the
back.
crack.
Oh no, it's the Kraken again.
He comes into really shallow waters to get to the crack.
Everybody panic.
My vessel.
He's just crawling on all his tentacles.
Yeah, right.
All right, that's it.
You see a group of vines just come up. Xanier, you see, kind of breaks himself free. And Phelan, you see, now hold on just a minute. Just climbing over the vines.
I'm gonna turn to Leon. I'm like, I think we got a situation up there, partner. I think
Oh,
we should go
so-
check that out.
You seeing this? That's happening.
Oh, no, it's not a mirage. I can assure you of that.
Yeah. Yo, Rowdy Raucus, let's go. You want to go check this out with us?
Raucus is like, I have a pretty good view from up here. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I
The
think
little
he's-
one just took charge.
Oh, I gotta see this.
All right, I'm gonna make my way over there too.
So while this is happening, I'm gonna pull my gun out of Darius. Darius. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
Well, I still have grasp of
He
it.
has grasp of it, but he can't move his arm.
It's
So
not
it's gonna be
hard
an athletic athletics check.
Oh, you couldn't make it acrobatics. That would be
I don't even know if I should make a check against it, but
You have disadvantage.
Oh, please.
Here we go, baby.
Please,
You have a
I wanna
shot.
see the
You
results.
do.
nope. That's a 0.
So you roll
Alright.
a 2?
So he just kind of like reaches out and just undoes your fingers and pulls the gun barrel out.
After he undoes one, I just let go.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
So I'm gonna step over you.
My one weakness.
Entangle on him.
Okay.
Wait a second.
And then I'm
Over
gonna.
here.
Oh no, I'm gonna go this way up to the guy.
Darius is still straddling him.
Oh,
and
I
the
still
guys,
got him.
They are
Okay.
combined.
yeah,
Yeah.
they are one unit right now.
Yeah.
As it was meant
So
to be.
I'm gonna like I'm not gonna pull my gun. I'm gonna lean over to the pirate's face and go, I'm not gonna kill you yet, but I need information from you. And if you give me that information, you'll probably just rot in jail for the rest of your life.
Really made it worth his while.
Diplomatic.
Yeah, that was
I'm not. Listen, I'm a sergeant. I kill people.
You can
I
make
don't
an
kill people.
intimidation check straight, or you can make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
You know, we'll do imitate. We'll do the non-disadvantage.
So, intimidation.
Yeah, because
Probably
my charisma's
imitation
a,
check.
11.
Imitation check.
I am a burrito.
13.
No,
like that
burritos
baby
right here,
plus.
buddy.
No, charisma's 0.
Okay. He's in a pretty scared state right now. Essentially, he just saw the biggest monster he's ever seen in the world destroy his ship, and he almost died. Having a gun pointed at his face right now is not really doing much. But he just kind of looks at you and goes, "What? What could you possibly want to know?"
Who sent you?
The Order of Sin.
Oh, that was easy.
That was definitely a lot easier than I expected.
Did you not? He actually kind of like wriggles his mouth free a little bit so he can speak easier. He's like, "Did you not see what happened?
Yeah.
Did you not see the biggest fucking creature that any of us have ever seen destroy a boat like it was a toy?"
I pull down the collar of my jacket, and you see the giant scar across my throat, and go, very little things scare me anymore.
Good for you. They scare me plenty.
Well, I promise you probably won't be on the ocean anytime soon.
Yeah, you're right.
Why were they looking for me?
You were the army guy?
Sure.
You were spending your entire time poking around in business that you shouldn't have been. Your entire time in Anjasir.
Sale of illegal relics.
Yeah,
Now, are you part of this, or do they just hire you and your crew?
just hired me.
Okay.
Money wasn't even all that great. Definitely not giant Kraken money.
Can I inside him?
Did you raise your hand?
I was gonna ask, do we hear this? Like, what are we in this?
Yeah,
You guys walked over and are paying attention to the conversation. You're just kind of outside of the bramble range.
Okay.
So you do hear the conversation.
Okay.
And Phelan, I know he just stepped over you. Is there anything you want to do?
Oh, yeah, as you walk by, I kind of went to go grab, but not successful. It's out of my range. Yeah, I guess I'll kind of just, because it seems like he pulled his gun away, that I'll just keep my, like, every decent amount of distance away and kind of, like, peeping over the brambles and just keeping track of the
How long
conversation.
does that last?
It lasts, 1 minute.
1 minute,
So it
okay.
might be over.
Yeah. So the after he relays this information to you, Dyrus, you feel the vines around you sort of harden, whereas they were kind of like amorphous before and vine-like. Now they harden, and then just kind of splinter into ash and sort of dissipate into the wind.
So everything all right over here? What's the fuss?
Everything seems to be fine. I got the information I needed.
Is everybody okay? Y'all, we took a pretty big hit.
Everything's fine.
Speaking of that information, that guy had a pretty good point. Where the spadoozle are we?
That is an excellent and confusing question at the same time.
We're on the beach, for starters.
Oh,
I got that much.
roll my
Am I
insight.
doing Western? I don't know. I can't tell anymore.
You're doing something. That's all it is.
It's a 14.
You would assume he doesn't have the capacity for, well, I
Okay.
mean, he could lie right now, but it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
He's like, whatever the fuck you want to know, man.
Okay.
You want information? Sure. I just saw my life change.
I saw some.
Shit's different now.
Order of sin or order of the sin?
Order of Sin.
S-I-N?
S-I-N.
So and then this is These guys, they have, because I know the pieces you're using have guns.
Did not have guns.
Did not have guns?
Oh,
Okay.
Did not have
No,
guns.
they had.
Okay.
That's where
They
it
had
gets so-
scimitars.
Okay.
One had a short sword. One had a dagger.
Okay. Just wanted to ask because I was going to search for bullets, but never mind.
Can
You know, I'd still like to search the bodies though. Well, when I get over there.
Sure. You can take some time and move over around the bodies. It'll take
Yeah.
you a little bit, but
Yeah.
Can I like make a nature check or something? It's like maybe try to figure out gauge where we are in relation to the ship's pattern, the ship's sail course. Since I have some family background in sailing.
you can.
I like it.
You can.
I like it as much as I like you.
Nope.
Oh,
That's a 1.
Oh, you tried.
We're on the Earth.
There it is.
Nope. We're in Oris.
We're on shit. We're on Oris.
Number 1, baby. First one out of the way. Let's go.
With that, you're pretty disoriented.
Yep,
You don't know how far the current carried you because you know it's standing water in the ocean, but it kind of pulls ships in different directions.
And the time of day is different too.
Yeah, it's very hard to judge.
That's fine.
Very hard to
I
judge.
tried.
I don't know about you, Jamooks, but I need to search this island and see where we are. I'm gonna go head over to Lady Belgamine and I'm gonna do some scouting.
Mind if I join up with you?
Of course, you ain't
Seems
causing.
like the more the merrier might be the best situation here.
Yeah, you're not one of them bad guys, right?
I don't believe I stabbed anyone, so no.
Can I do an insight check? Because I don't know who you are.
That's true.
Yeah, you can insight check him.
Can I call over to Garrett and say, Garrett, wait?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, I don't roll it.
Insight.
I rolled a 12. It's insight, so you would roll it.
Oh yeah. That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
It's
those of you that don't know, we do insight a little bit differently than most. We have the DM roll it, so it doesn't affect our out-of-game perception of character.
That's true. What's your insight
So,
modifier?
like,
Plus
if
2.
you roll low and he says, "Oh, you believe him," you don't. Like,
And what were you
you,
trying to discern?
as a player, do not believe him. 'Cause
I'm
you
just
know
asking
you
him.
rolled low.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
it's a 3.
So when he rolls it, he
Oh,
just
wait,
says,
wait.
"You believe him or you don't," and you have to follow that
Yeah,
without any other knowledge.
It's a much better system.
Yeah.
Okay.
I encourage everyone to do
So
that.
I'm just seeing if he's a bad guy or not, because I saw him kind of look at my ceremony, kind of got a gist of him, but I'm still not sure who he's with.
He's given you no indication that he would be a bad guy.
Mhm.
But you still don't know in general.
He didn't say anything after general. You gotta be careful. There. You gotta be careful though.
Sorry.
Alright.
Sorry. Quick on the poll.
You
Yeah.
look aight.
Hmm.
You can,
I mean,
you can come
I
along.
kind of look like crap a little bit, but it's alright.
Well, we all look like crap. We just sunk a ship with the fucking tentacle monster. I don't fucking
think
know.
it's- You know what? Let's just get a move on. We're gonna join him wherever he's going. You can move me too.
Fair enough. You guys are gonna head over here this way.
Yeah.
Jen follows Garrett.
I'm
Oh, that's right. She called out to me. I'm sorry.
I'm not following it.
Okay. You notice at this point
I would have acknowledged.
you're
I'll do a side
checking.
look.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Didn't
didn't
have
threaten
anything of
anybody.
value, information, supply, really anything.
Gotcha. So you investigate. Not really much.
Okay.
There's a note in his pocket, but it's ruined by seawater.
Son of a bitch.
You can't really make much out of it. He does have his scimitar, if you wanted to take that.
Yeah, I
a
mean-
dagger on his back hip.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a close range weapon, so I'm not completely useless.
Fair enough. If you want to take the scimitar, you can mark that down that you have a scimitar now. If you need to know the damage and stuff, just look in the. It's in player's
Player's
handbook.
handbook,
Yeah.
How the fuck do you
Um,
spell scimitar?
SCIMITAR.
And you said Lady Belgamine's leg is like kind of effed up.
It's not effed up. It's
It's not there.
bruised. So
Oh, it's bruised, okay.
essentially, like a piece of wood from the ship fell and trapped her leg.
Oh.
So it's bruised. It's a little cut
Oh,
up. There's
okay.
some splinters, but it's not like broken.
I was gonna say, if I could find some like parts of the wreckage and kind of make a splint for her leg.
Yeah, you can take some time to do that.
You should give us some smooches and make it better.
I don't think that's the proper medical procedure, but
Just
what do I
slather
know?
it
I'm
with
just
some
a
red
doctor.
sauce.
I didn't go to 8 years of medical school to kiss smooches or to kiss boo-boos.
Yeah, you can take some time out to do that. Just go ahead and make a medicine check.
My specialty. Oh shit.
Oh, it's a crit.
Oh,
Oh my god.
so you walk
Best
over.
stuff ever. Her leg
Do you
is
have a
just
medicine kit?
reborn.
I believe I do. I remember seeing that. Yeah.
So
I don't know.
easily enough, you go in there actually, and you find a splint.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I am.
Just kind of cinch it on, and she's.
What else?
I don't know if that's necessary, but
No,
thank you.
it's
I
my class.
appreciate
It's my class.
No problem. Anything for you, Lady Belgamy. I'm here to watch your back.
Not
The
cleric.
rogues are definitely proficient light weapons.
it.
Not cleric anymore.
But it's not light or heavy. It's martial or simple.
As you're finishing up with the first guy and walking over towards the second guy down the beach, Xanier, you notice Raucus come up behind you, and he
Okay.
starts dragging the body over this way.
Very elegantly.
Okay.
And once he gets it over here in this position, you see him take out like a short spade,
Okay.
and he starts digging.
I'm gonna give him a hand.
So you actually turn back and you help him, and he digs out, not really, I mean, not tremendously deep, but a grave. And
Yeah, man, just the enemy doesn't mean that it deserves a proper burial.
You are not proficient in it.
Okay.
even pieces of shit deserve a proper burial.
Agreed.
Wow.
And he
Can I
starts
hear
making
him
his,
from where I am?
yes.
Okay.
And he starts making his way down the other side of the beach to do the same. Yeah, if you could lead them down that way, thank you.
And before we, I assume we're gonna bury him. I'd like to check the body.
Yeah, absolutely. Same thing.
Okay.
Scimitar, dagger.
Okay.
No note in this one. On his pouch, he does have a water skin. When you take it and open it up, notice not water, booze.
Oh hell yeah.
Not a bad thing.
Rum. Shitty rum, but rum.
Hey,
That's good.
So you have a water skin filled with rum.
I gotta make sure I dump that out before I get to headquarters.
So you three, you said you wanted to do some scouting?
Yes.
Kind of check out the island. Yeah.
Okay.
Just have no fucking
Get a
clue.
lay of where we are. try to
so-
figure out-
From what you can tell, you guys walk down the beach for about 5 minutes. It continues down a long, long way. Same thing with the other side of the beach. Continues down a long, long way. This shore face seems to go only up at certain points. It never really dips down to a place where you can get to the top part of the land. This is almost like a rocky shoal beneath the thing. But you do notice right near where Belgamine is, there's a what looks to be a tunnel, cave, some sort of cave system.
Is there anything else that, like, above it, like going inland? Is there a way to get above that, or no?
It leads deep into a cave, so you can't see an exit from the front of the cave.
What I mean, like above the rock face.
You wouldn't know. You can't see above
Is
the
it
rock.
climbable or no?
Do you want to try and climb it?
I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Did you see if that was Nikolai texting you? I heard. I think it was your phone at least. I heard
Also,
something.
Whoops.
Saying to myself, here, where in Hyleria are we?
Oh.
I'll just cast fly myself. Wait.
Nope.
No,
Damn it.
Not anymore. No, it was not.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you want to try and make a climb attempt?
Yeah. So
Okay.
acrobatics or athletics?
Wait, isn't that,
That would be
Athletics.
athletics. Yeah, to climb.
Because I'm better at that.
wait, isn't that a cave in front of us?
It is.
He's gonna climb the cave.
No, he's climbing up the rocky shore to see if there's an outlet.
That is a
Gotcha.
hardy 8.
An 8. You get about 10 feet up, and you notice that, like, I guess this right now it's low tide, but you can see that the rock here is kind of wet from sea mist and foam just spraying out in high tide when it comes in. So you get about 10 feet up, and you're just like, and you fall back into the
slide
sand.
back down, like not moving, and I hit the ground. And just like I look over. We're not going to talk about that.
Hey, how about I give you a hand? I'll give you a boost up, give you a head start. It's worth a try.
Yeah, it could be worse. Yeah, we'll try that again.
All right, so
Put my
go
hands
ahead.
out.
With him giving you a hand, you have advantage on the check.
Come on.
Oh baby.
That's a 17.
17?
Yeah.
Better.
Okay, so this is a pretty high wall.
You get 15 feet.
Using your climb, you get about you get all the way up. Takes a little bit. Finally, when you get to the top, you just kind of peek your head over. Make an investigation check or perception when you get to the
So
top.
that one better. That is 11.
An 11. You don't see much. It is very low light right now, and you're a human, right?
No.
Well, oh, that's right. Yeah. So you have dark vision.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you can.
He's a human. Fake human.
So you kind of focus your eyes for a second, and you've always been able to see in the dark pretty well. You kind of look around a little bit, and you
Which has confused me.
you don't see the exit of the cave, but you do see what could be considered the exit of the cave.
Okay.
It's probably about 150 yards out. You see like a rocky kind of overhang jutting out of the ground. You can assume maybe that's where the cave comes out.
And it looks like sort of parallel to like.
Yeah, it seems like it could be in line with this.
Okay, cool. Is it safe to get back down?
Yeah. I mean, you take your time with
Yeah,
it.
be
It takes
careful.
about a minute or so for you to climb back down, and yeah, you're good.
Missed that one rock. Nope, not that. That's my fellow
I'd
mine.
like to do something whenever you
Yeah,
guys are
please,
done.
please. Whenever you go, I
Yeah.
tend to ramble a lot, so if I get stuck on a thing, please just say I want to do this. and
Well,
I'll-
no, this is actually a good time because when they're like over there not paying attention to me,
Oh God, he's
I don't
gonna
want
betray
another
us.
He's gonna
bullshit.
kill everyone.
I'm gonna pull him away from like so that the water's not like rolling into us,
Got you.
and I'm just gonna sit across from him and like help him, prop him up, sit him up.
Okay.
You
You sit him up. He's a little worse for wear. You can see now that because initially you were just kind of checking to make sure he didn't like fight back.
Yeah.
Now when you
Now
take
I
a
don't
better
care.
look at him, you kind of see he's got like his leg is fucked up. This guy's not walkable.
Okay. So I sit him up against the wall, and I'm just gonna talk to him for a little bit. I don't know if you want to do it like the whole thing, but I'm just gonna basically ask him. Not too much like in depth because I don't want to like throw him off.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say like, look, your friends are, sorry, look, your friends they're clearly dead. I don't know if it was the murder man or the water, but you're still alive. You're the one to tell this story. What kind of story do you want to tell?
I don't know, man. What do you want from me?
I don't want
just
anything
shaking.
from
He's
you.
just shaking. What do you?
I would appreciate it if you didn't go around, trying to murder babies, but that's
Yeah.
just me.
We didn't want to hurt the kid. We just wanted the military guy. I don't know what that
And
was
you
all
thought
about.
an innocent child was your best route?
I didn't grab the kid.
You were on the side that did.
I don't really have much of a say of what the boss does. I kind of just
But
go
you
with
do
the
have a
flow.
say in who you work for.
Granted, and the money's good. Well, not that good. Not good enough.
It's not cracking money.
Exactly. If your morals can be bought, then you should rethink your morals.
I'm rethinking a lot of things right now.
I understand that, as am I. Don't think that I'm not just as freaked out as you right now. But I'm able to keep my composure.
I think you're the only sane one out of your friends then.
I wouldn't call them friends, but thank you.
You don't know.
That one over there is my smooch, but besides that, I don't really know. I just met some of them on the boat. One I knew a little while ago, but this isn't what you seem. Just because we fight on the same side does not necessarily mean we are of one like mind. Just as you fought for your boss, I'm sure you are not of his like mind. I understand a paycheck. Trust me, I understand.
Look,
But there are better ways to earn money.
he just kind of now he's the realization is kind of sinking in, and he's like, you make a couple good points. So what do you want me to do? How do I get out of here? How do we get out of
I
here?
think we're all trying to figure that out, so I can't give you a direct answer at this exact moment, but I can tell you this, I will do my best to get you out of here. Although there's quite a lot of murderers with me, so I can't really promise anything exactly, but I promise I will try.
Thank you.
I'll be able to do it.
Look, everybody
even
makes
know that.
mistakes. It's what you do with those mistakes that matter.
It's a suit.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh damn,
Ooh.
that was good.
Business and business is good.
8.
8?
Not great.
Dude.
Fuck you.
Maybe I'll take that into consideration. For
Sorry, when I first got him, I assumed I didn't say it, but I just assumed I took whatever weapon he had with him.
yeah. He had a short sword. This was the guy that took your Reek's blade.
I just handed it back to him.
Okay. It's not mine. I have mine. He shows on his side. You didn't see, but he did have a scimitar. He goes, take it if you want. I understand.
No, you keep it. I don't know what we're walking into. I can use an extra blade if we need it.
All right.
Hey, no killing though.
All right.
This was the guy.
I can do that.
Understood.
I can do that. And yeah. So he is kind of just sitting down with you right now, collecting himself. You guys finish burying the second body, and now you see the scouting party returning. Garrett, if you want to.
Well, we got a little ways off, but it looks like there might be some sort of entrance on the other side of this cavern here.
So you saying we gotta go through the cave?
Either that or we all try to climb the rocks, but
I ain't much of a climber, and I don't think Belkamine's getting much of anywhere at that rock.
yeah, some of us are looking worse for wear on this, so I think our best option's through.
We
I
should
think
get
we seem capable enough to, hold our own against anything that's going on inside.
I agree. I think we should get everyone that we can, though. I think the more people we got, the safer we get through this cave. We don't know what's in there.
Well, we're not just going to leave people on the beach, so I would definitely let's pull everyone in here and kind of tell them what's going on here.
Ruckus walks over, kind of cracking his neck.
Ah, we got the big guy. That's good.
Anybody got a light?
I like.
Oh,
Throw a
I
light
cast
cantrip.
light.
I can.
We both cast light.
Yes.
That's perfect. That's what I was
Amazing.
looking for. We need light.
Oh,
We have a bunch of humans here who can't see.
oh,
Oh.
damn! I was trying to make a joke. I thought
I
you were
was
gonna
generally-
smoke something.
No,
What can I smoke?
we just
Tobacco?
came out of the water.
We
man.
just came out of the water. Everything's
Anything-
soaked.
You got nothing on him.
Where are my tongs?
Good point.
Where are my tongs? And he runs back to the boat.
He's an interesting one.
I like him. He's funny.
He's a good man.
I'm gonna
Well,
flag down
Tiefling.
everyone
Good
over
tiefling.
there. Captain Minx, Dyrus, and everyone kind of just like wave them over.
Okay.
And the survivors.
All right. You flag them down. The survivors, Minx just kind of hobbles along with this young woman holding the child. They're going to be one piece because
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
she's holding him.
Yeah. So,
Oh, Roland's very kind today.
I
So
just
you
say,
guys
just stay here 1 second. I'm just gonna see what's going on. And
All right.
I just walk. I don't walk all the way up to them. I just walk to like here-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you walk up, as you walk away, he just sort of slumps back and just rests his head against the wall.
Can I yell to Ruckus? Grab a torch.
From he looks back. From what?
The ship.
I don't think we don't need a torch.
We don't know.
Yeah, me,
Okay.
me and
I cast light.
Garrett
They're
are casting
literally
light.
holding balls of light in their hands right now.
I think we're good on that one.
Okay, fine. Don't grab a torch.
Don't
Gucci.
worry, Nasiro will guide the way.
Ugh.
And he's looking dead serious in your face, like.
I kind of just cocked my
I
head
look
over
around.
Like, all right.
Seems right.
Yeah, he's
Right? Goddess of light, good time to need light. That's all I'm saying.
I think we'll do some talking when this is all said and done.
Please.
Leon smiles and he writes something in his book.
I like tip my hat.
You see Minx in the corner. He's paying attention, but he's just shivering.
Hey, big fella, can you try to see if there's any dry blankets over there?
I'll take a look.
Thank you. In the meantime, I'll like take my poncho off and give it to the captain.
He immediately just throws it over.
Yeah.
And then he looks and he sees the woman next to him doing the same thing, and he goes, takes it off and gives it to her.
The nice person.
Get out for everyone the berries.
Okay.
Still
The
got them in your pocket.
Yeah, I have 8 left, I think.
So
do you tell them what they do, or do you just offer them?
Is that poison or?
No, it's not poison.
I will be the lone survivor.
It's food. It'll sustain you.
I'll give it a try,
Okay.
sure.
I mean,
I take it. No.
it's berry flavored. Disgusting.
The lady, not realizing what happens when you offer her, she takes 3.
Oh no.
She ain't
You're
going
gonna
for a
poop
week.
real bad.
You're gonna be constipated.
Oh, I'm so full.
Oh, it tastes like my fagioli.
That's what I'm saying. This guy gets it.
Okay.
Austin Powers for Jolie.
Should I put the rest? Anyone else?
I'll take one. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take one.
Take one.
Yeah,
One.
I
And
took
I give
one.
the
I
lady a
saw,
look.
I saw
One.
her look after like she took 3. I'm like, I feel like I should only take one. Just take one.
I'm just looking. Nobody seems to have died from eating it, so I take one.
Feel out this. Well, they're all good.
All right.
Raucous returns.
Alright.
Not a wet blanket. Not a dry blanket over there. A couple of wet ones.
I eat
But-
one, and there's one left. Okay,
You
sorry.
eat the blanket?
No.
That seems dangerous.
No, she eats the blanket. Go on. Go on.
Yeah, I have
Can
nothing.
you
This doesn't seem safe.
So how do we get out off of this beach?
Best I figure, we got the cavern here. Saw a rocky entrance on the other side. Can only hope that's where it leads.
Let's go.
Wait, that's the
I hate
best
sand.
figure.
It's coarse and it's rough and it gets everywhere.
There might be
Oh my
another
God.
way.
I respect it. What'd you say?
I said that's the best you figure, but there might be another way.
Well, this is the
At this
best one we
point-
got for now.
At this point, we got some injured survivors, some who can't defend themselves.
And all I'm
I figure
saying,
the quickest path is the best.
is that the DM drew a very specific hole in the middle of the map. I feel like we should take that.
I drew 2 holes.
Yeah, excuse me.
Oh
But
shit!
we didn't see
Yeah.
that.
No, I didn't see that.
I didn't, but
Did Raucous see it when he was burying the guy?
You all saw. You all
Oh,
see it.
I don't see. I was never over
There's
there.
always
So.
an
Oh well.
alternative.
Everybody who was over on that side. So
Always another
I
hole.
saw.
Xanier, Garrett,
It's not
Raucous, and Leon, when he first woke up, all saw the secondary hole.
Well, there.
I wonder what the chat is going to say to that one.
Secondary
jokes.
hole.
The jokes.
Not the A hole, the B hole.
Exactly. See,
Okay,
that's it.
which one is? No, I'm kidding.
The B hole. The B hole's smaller.
Okay, speaking of A's and B's, does anyone want a straight C?
A C-section?
Oh,
I'll take a straight.
where
C.
did?
Hey, Kevin, how we doing over there? Hi, Kevin.
Pretty good.
Hi, Kevin.
Sweet deal.
Hello.
Are you prepped? Because we're gonna take a break in like 5 minutes.
Should be able to.
Okay,
Up in
cool.
here said everyone says hello.
Hi
Hello,
everybody.
everyone.
Thank you for joining us. This is so cool. We're streaming live.
Oh
He's
shit!
also
You.
complaining that it is not
Nice
League
to-
of Legends. But
It's not legal.
It's a different channel entirely.
Prove it. Prove it.
I am Kha'Zix.
Where? Yeah.
I'm Kha'Zix.
I'm
Oh,
Yasuo,
shit,
kind of.
You are Carl.
I know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
There you go.
where's the
I'm in on
Yasuo
it.
character?
Get your hat off.
Huh?
Get your hat off for the hype. Ah!
Hey,
Nice hat hair, nerd.
No, don't throw that. That's bad.
No, yeah,
That's
that, no.
Oh, I can't show that. That you're gonna fight.
Oh my god!
Oh, Lord.
Well-
All right. So
Avengers, assemble.
Avengers assemble.
Well,
Okay. Anyways.
so there's another cave over there though. Did we check that out? Because I saw that, right? You said I saw that?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't investigate it, so I'm just gonna say.
No, let's just go in this one then.
No sense in splitting up at the moment.
It's fine.
all right.
Who else can cast light?
Me.
Why am I? You got me the fucking
Light.
Western accent.
Who else can cast light?
I can definitely cast.
I'm
light.
getting
That
the
won't be an issue.
vapors.
That's a 5th level spell.
Call in Nasira.
I don't think
Might
that's how it
delay.
works.
Oh, shut
You
up.
don't think?
Yeah, I don't talk to Nasira. We're not on that. It's not how. You
Not
don't. You'll
God's
understand. Are you? Do you worship Nasira?
Oh, no. Not necessarily, no.
If you do, you'd understand. Just throwing it out there.
Well, let's get on in there. Let's keep the
Let's get all up in there nice and deep.
let's
like.
keep the undefendables in the middle. Those who might need some help.
Don't worry. Belgamin's always gonna be by my side.
Who's going through first?
I'll
I
go.
mean, I have no problems taking first.
All right.
Whoever has light.
I walk back and I tell the guy the plan, and I help him up. I just say, lean on me.
All right.
I walk in the back with, I'm gonna say it wrong every time.
Dyrus.
Dyrus.
Just pretend it's
Just
a Y
Dyrus.
instead of an
Dyrus.
A-E. Make
Dyrus.
it life easy.
Just-
Can I
yeah,
light up flame blade?
D-I-E-R-U-S.
Sure.
Sure.
Oh shit.
Dyrus.
Well,
Like-
before you light it up, check how long it lasts. Because if it only lasts for a minute, it's not gonna be useful.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
That's
so
good.
you
I like to be prepared.
got you.
So,
Awesome.
I'm
That can
gonna
actually help with the people who are.
I'm gonna walk in the back and light up flame blade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you head to the back and you take your rock and just kind of run it out along an imaginary blade in your hand. Fire erupts, and you see immediately Minx and the woman both kind of huddle around it. It is a pretty chilly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
chilly night, especially right by the sea. So
I'm
they're both
happy
just kind of.
that they
Oh,
come by.
am I in my uniform?
Huh? You are not. You're in your civvies.
Oh shit.
I think
My pace
Are you righty or lefty?
In the game?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
What happened?
Oh,
Am I a righty or a lefty?
I'm always a lefty.
Wow.
There's not a lot of lefties.
Jeez.
Ambidextrous,
Do I have to know?
motherfucker.
No, but
Not
it
right
just-
now.
Left finger
Can
fall
I come
off.
back to you next
Yeah,
week?
yeah.
Um,
It just. Huh?
what? Can I come back to you next on the critical miss?
No, not yet.
Wait, it wasn't showing the battle
Wrong
cam yet.
camera.
Oh shit, that's good. No, we'll save it. We'll save it.
We'll save it for the break.
No,
Save it
it's
for the
not.
break. Save it for the
Oh,
break.
this will be our break.
Speaking
Yeah.
of the break. Speaking of the break, as you guys are getting ready to make your way down this tunnel,
Would you
Garrett
say that
leading
we are
the
one
way.
Yeah,
step
me and
closer
Leon will
to
lead
the
the way.
edge, and we're about to break?
Raucus can kind of like keep close
his
line
leg's
on
about
the,
to break.
on the people and the civilians.
Okay.
Because I guess he's
Yeah.
a big guy. I'm like, if you don't mind, big guy.
I'm
Not
gonna
a problem
stay.
at all.
I'm gonna stay with the civilians too, because I got that long range. So like, if people like sprint at them, I might be able to pop them before they get there.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna
So-
stay as far away from him as I can.
Gotcha.
And blow their eardrums out in the cavern in the process.
I mean, we're all
ambidextrous,
fucked here.
But I'm better
It's
with
gonna be
that.
painful. We
Yo,
have a scimitar now.
Ayo,
so
Ayo, Garrett, I like to take the front with you because I'm essentially an anti-battering ram with this thing.
I like the sound of that one.
As we all gather together and start to make your way down this tunnel, we are going to take a break.
Woo!
Everybody's going to
Alright.
get their bathroom breaks out of the way.
Gonna
You know, rearrange some stuff. I got to
Yeah.
draw some new battle maps, so we'll be back in about
So-
10 minutes.
A little less than 10, probably.
Probably
But yeah,
less than 10.
just stay tuned. We're good.
Yeah.
Kevin,
be
if
back.
you just cut the sound and go to
Put the DM.
just the battle map,
Great.
Well, I guess
we'll put the picture right there.
See you
That's
soon.
true. Yes. That's a good
sound. That almost was bad.
Oh. Am I in it?
We good?
To win
We
it.
are good.
Hello. We're back.
Still in it.
Still getting
This is
used
how
to
you
it.
pronounce it. Like that.
Being live. That's crazy.
Still.
Still.
Because I'm just hearing everything.
Oh, I like it.
All right. So, you guys slowly make your way as a group into this cave. Dyrus, you are supporting the.
Oh, and I would ask his name because I totally forgot to do that before.
Oh, his name. I actually have it written.
And also, I had 2 questions about him after you tell me his name.
Okay.
That I would know, not ask him. 'Cause I would know that already.
Fair enough.
His name is Deadman.
No.
We would have such a big problem.
I'm not gonna do that.
Lucky
No, do
I
what you
was
gotta do.
there.
I enjoy whatever you're about to do.
No,
or
I'm
not do.
honestly not
It's
gonna do
fine.
anything
Except
with
for
it right
that.
now. I'm just
Except
I'm
for
with
all
people.
of that.
Listen, if I was gonna kill him, he'd be dead already.
That's
Yeah.
probably true, and that's what I really thought was about to happen when I was entangled. So I was like,
waiting
oh.
for it.
I was about to like
Just
wait till it breaks.
execution.
Yeah, and I was like, oh.
The fuck?
His name. He
Oh, is
only
that
gives.
mine? Let me see.
Yeah.
He only gives a first name. Vander.
Is that my handwriting on the next page?
That's yours.
Okay.
Say it again.
He only gives a first name.
Yeah.
Vander.
That's all I need to do. Vander.
Ben
And
Savage?
also, is this no? It's Vandal.
Oh.
Is this one of the people that was at my port that I saw, like one of the cloaked people?
This was not.
Not okay. And also, what did he do during that fight? Was he just one of the ones on the side, or was he near the family?
He was the one that brought Erik to the top of the ship.
So he got hit with the.
He got hit with the thunder wave. He got brought low, but he didn't go down.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is he one of the dudes who killed the guards?
You don't know that.
Ooh. If I find that out, he's going to jail anyway. Take him to the.
So,
This point, I've learned from shooting people before taking them to jail 20 years ago.
you guys make your way forward into the cave. The first thing you notice as you walk in, Garrett, you have light going.
Yeah, me and Leon are just like
Lighting the
mine
way.
goes out, he casts his goes out, I cast mine.
Fair enough.
Back and forth.
And I have dark vision.
You get a ways into the cave, probably 20 or so feet, before make a perception check, everybody, because you're all walking through.
Oh, that was almost
Not
a
a
20.
one. That's a 7.
Dude, that was
That's a
Almost
10.
a natural 20.
Should roll an 18.
11.
my perception.
18,
Oh, okay.
so 21.
11.
11 for me.
22.
Ooh, Navy SEALs.
You
Nice.
best.
19.
Beat me by one.
So, what was yours?
11.
11, and yours?
11.
11?
11.
It's not really hard to notice because they're pretty obvious. You notice as you make your way into the cave, there are unlit, seemingly old, but torches hanging from the walls as you walk in.
That puts me on edge.
I go to light one.
Okay. You light the torch.
This is gonna make it much easier to see.
No,
And I
no,
just go to light.
You go to light the torch and it.
What? We're just in an empty cave. Why are you afraid? Not every
I just
cave is
like-
full of monsters.
You
Just
don't
like
know
pause for a
anything
second.
about stealth, do you?
Stealth. What are we hiding from?
We don't know what's in here.
The Kraken was in the ocean. Nothing's in here.
Shh.
See if I can listen for any.
You guys are crazy.
You listen. You don't hear much. You hear the sound of the ocean behind you, kind of wafting through the cave. You hear wind sort of passing through, making a low, but nothing really.
To be fair, if anything's in this cave, several globules of light, probably the torches are fairly insignificant. They're
Maybe.
gonna see us coming regardless.
Well, maybe just some hobos. Like, why does everyone always? Why does it have to be a bad person? Why can't we just talk to them? Be like, hey, we're just coming through. We're just
I'm
looking
not-
for a way out.
I'm just saying, if anything's here, it's gonna know we're here regardless. So the torch really doesn't matter. More so, just adds to the ability to warm those people up.
That's fair, but I'm just saying, if Leon Bestow's coming, you'll know.
You know what? You could go first, so this way when they shoot you,
We are going
I don't
first.
get hit.
We're,
Well, because over here it has me in front.
Alright.
oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's supposed to be Bam.
That's me.
That's Leon.
All the way
Bro, can I scoot back? I don't want my back to that guy.
back. She don't want me next to the fire.
I'm a little suspicious. And also, I kind of want to.
Actually,
Ruckus is back there with her. With
Um,
people, yeah.
Game Master DM, I would
Yeah.
actually like to take the torch that I lit off the wall and hand it to Lady Belgamine.
Okay. Belgamine is kind of using you to support her weight, just so she doesn't have to put a lot of weight on her leg, but she takes the torch with the other hand, and she's following behind, holding it up to everything.
Just grab another one, light it, and pass it to Captain Binks for the people with him.
Mhm.
Keep it easy for them, and then we just continue onward very cautiously.
Okay.
Can I?
Um,
Sorry. Turn to Dyrus and say, "Look, as we're walking, I meant a fence. I just didn't want anybody to get hurt."
We're past it.
Thank you.
Okay then. That sounds good for me.
Okay.
Easy. Easy game, easy life.
Can't wait to light somebody up in front of him.
This tunnel carries on a bit. You do see more torches along the wall.
Oh.
You see places where it looks like there was a lot of foot traffic. Not recently, but it just looks like in general, like scuffed stone.
You said in general. No, it didn't count.
Oh, no.
No.
Um,
Get off that.
Scuffed stone, old like boot prints sunken into like the sand and mud.
Can I ask, is this a natural cave or a carved cave?
You actually wouldn't.
I have dark vision.
That's true. Make a intelligence investigation.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm trained in that. Oh, that's a 20.
Oh!
Unnatural.
Oh.
Well,
Oh, sorry, it's a 19. I'm not. I mean, I looked at the wrong one, but it's a 19.
Lord Math.
It
Okay.
seems that the cave itself, in the majority of the cave was natural. It seems like it's been altered or chipped away at.
Okay, I see. I see what you're saying.
So it was there, but somebody has
It was
made
a
it.
natural cave, but it's been used.
It's been repurposed.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha.
This continues on for about 20 yards or so. Garrett, you're leading the front, correct?
Yes, I am.
As you're going, make an investigation check.
And Leon both are.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
you're both in the front. So make both make investigation checks.
That's another one.
Oh, good. I can't wait to,
There's other numbers on this.
I'm
but-
sure it's
I would
cave.
like to believe that.
I cannot wait to hit these traps that are probably going to be in this tunnel.
You make
I'm
your
gonna
way
laugh.
down, and all of a sudden you're stepping,
The trap
and
is
then
getting
as you step, you hear a tink.
Oh, good.
Oh boy.
Does everybody hear it?
A tink what?
Like
Is this a tink? Why are we freaking out?
your footing feels unsure. It feels like there's something loose
I don't move.
between. Okay, you stand still and you kind of like look around and you notice, starting at your right and left and going about 15 feet back along the wall, there are these small little holes and divots all
That's
along the
her
rock
fools.
behind you, going
Oh.
back, like as if someone leading the way would get his entire party behind him shot.
Oh.
Almost as if.
Almost as
Almost. Yeah.
if. But they are not firing yet. It seems like they're just there.
What's up, Garrett?
Look down at my foot.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
No, but there is a trap, and we are standing on it.
A trap?
I move back. I drag the guy back with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna point out. Anyone who can see on the walls, there are some.
Which is most of you with the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a look at the walls.
Do I see how low the holes go?
The holes drop to about 1 foot off the floor.
I immediately drop to my stomach.
Okay.
It's like peppered on the walls, or there's like one row.
Peppered.
Very well. I put my shield in front of Belgamine and kind of take her back to like kind of pretty much block in case anything happens.
Okay. Well,
It's both sides.
It's both sides.
Yeah, we
it's
can't-
lining both walls.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't really be able to get
So you put your
her.
body behind her
Yeah,
and the
that's
shield
what I
in
mean.
front.
Yeah.
So he's like
Oh,
hugging
got
her
you.
from behind.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
I'm
see.
gonna, like I said, I'm gonna drop to my belly. I'm gonna start military crawling forward to get away from this.
Okay.
If that's-
Am I
that's-
tall enough to be within?
I think
It would hit your upper section, yeah. It would hit your upper torso. Your legs would be dandy, but
Yeah.
Your
I'm
face,
gonna
not so
also
much.
drop to the ground, and can I? I'm assuming when I was on the beach, I picked up all my stuff.
yeah. Oh, you all have
Yeah,
your stuff.
yeah.
here.
God, because I missed what you said because I was like, oh my god, I didn't pick up all my stuff. Lord.
Sometimes that's just implied,
Oh,
unless he
okay.
says otherwise.
Alright,
Yeah.
New to the game. Hi everyone.
That's fine.
Okay. So yeah. So can I grab my shield and like from my pack where it's in right back here and like put it over my head?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I like it.
All right, so you kind of just duck down and you start crawling as well.
Everyone else, hold on. Wait till they pass.
I just don't move.
Okay.
I stay behind the holes and I just don't move.
So now, Phelan, it takes a little while for you to go. Zan, you're closer to the front. So.
So
Oh, okay. We're gonna.
all this time too, I
forward.
want to be scanning for other like traps. Now that I know that this
Yeah.
is.
I've got flame blade in my hand, so we got plenty of light
Yeah.
as I'm crawling.
Yeah.
I guess I kind of have to
Alright.
hook my thing back.
So you two get past.
Uh-huh.
Everyone else kind of takes a couple steps back now that there's some room to move. It's kind of a tight cave.
Yeah.
And right now you're kind of the only one who is, would get hit by this.
Okay.
It's about 5 feet forward in front of you, 5 feet back behind you,
Okay.
and your section.
What is on my person?
5 feet in front and 5 feet behind. You said.
Yeah, it's like a 15-foot section of spikes.
Okay.
He's directly in the middle.
Oh, it's spikes. Like I said, I.
Well,
missed
you would assume it's like a spike trap that would like.
Ah. I thought it was
stuff
gonna
out.
be
It's
like-
like in Fortnite.
Either it's something like that. We
Yeah,
don't know
do you have a
exactly.
plan? Because I got a plan.
What's your plan?
Grab my hand, I'm gonna yank you out of there.
That's a terrible plan, but I like it. I grab his hand.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Oh,
Dear
God.
I'm gonna jump with you. Give us a little momentum.
I expect
Ready?
it.
Am I?
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Am I close enough to these two people?
What do you mean close enough?
Can I knock them over?
Wait, let's do it like this. It's easier.
Knock
you're
to
you're
the ground?
beyond. You see where the
We're all of us.
you
are.
you guys moved back
Okay,
beyond the
that's all.
trap.
As long as everyone's clear from the wall.
He's
Okay,
the
good.
only one who would get hit by this, and right now your arm.
I am just gonna have my hand on the woman's shoulder with the baby and Nink's.
Wait.
Okay.
I have
In
my shield.
anticipation that I need to pull
With
back.
your other hand.
Throw him.
I take
My
the
shield.
shield
Okay.
Well, I just
to try to like block at least one side.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
1, 2, 3. And
Ugh.
I jump with him.
Okay.
Okay. You yank, and you guys clear the trap.
And we fall.
Yes.
I knew it!
As the floor beneath you just sort of.
No one expects the second
Oh,
acid pit.
it's the second acid pit.
Well,
Are we on
the
this?
first
acid
the
pit.
first acid pit. Nobody expects the spike trap into acid pit.
It's true.
You notice that the rather obvious spike holes on the wall were kind of just decoys as the
Damn it.
floor gives way beneath you. And since you are grabbing him, you fall on top of him. About a 20-foot section of the floor just sort of
I can't believe
crumbles
you've done
out
Okay, well, you've done this.
and you are both now falling.
No.
You
Good
are
for me.
holding hands with him, so both of your hands are being held right now.
this. Jack never let go.
So you only have one hand to make your dexterity check with to grab the lip.
Can I try to whip it?
Ooh, whip it good.
There's not really a point on there that you could
Well
whip.
used. Well used.
You could grab.
There's
one.
not
I'm
because
sorry.
it's kind of like a ledge.
It's gonna happen. He said whip.
I'm not.
So even if you whipped against like the ledge, it would just kind of like.
Can I just like, someone grab?
Not gonna lie,
can try.
I'm fully plated. I'm probably falling regardless.
Who's up? Or is it just them two falling? Did these two make it past?
No. Everybody had cleared out enough that it would just be
So
them
these
two
two are
falling.
past. Who's,
Yeah.
who's the
We're
blue?
It was about 10 feet in each direction from the brick that caused
Wait,
the,
no, you know
the
what?
sinking
What
floor.
about this blue
What kind of
person?
shield? You have like a
That's
like a
his
pointed shield, right?
person.
Is Lady bugging me?
From the
with
bottom
it?
A little, yeah, it would be
She
point,
would-
maybe,
you guys are
yeah.
right here.
It wouldn't be sharp, but it has an edge, yeah.
Yeah, as
The-
long as
the
it's
trap
it's
was
all
right
well
here.
rounded.
No,
right
yeah,
here
yeah.
and right here.
Lady bugging me.
Okay.
So they did fall.
Huh?
Oh,
They did
oh, this
fall.
is
No,
this is-
everybody else had moved back away.
So wait, no.
They're
It's just
falling.
me.
Oh, so
That's
this
it.
is
And
the
they
trap
move forward
they're in?
past. the
Correct.
trap. Understood.
Okay.
What about
Okay.
Lady Belgamine?
So they're in the
Oh.
trap.
Lady Belgamine was back with him. She moved
back,
forward.
Yeah,
So
she's
she's
right.
with
She's
them.
right
Okay.
around
Okay,
the
that's what I
way.
thought was
She's
happening.
with
I
you.
just wanted to
Yeah,
double
yeah,
check.
she's
Oh,
Okay.
I'm confusing me and you. I'm sorry.
That's
She
fine.
moved forward. She's back here. Everybody else is behind the trap this way.
Yep.
And you guys
I'm
see.
gonna instead of I'm just gonna try to take his shield and like smash it into the wall and try to like break our fall a little bit if I can.
Okay.
my dexterity.
Go ahead and make. Instead of dexterity, then that's going to be athletics to see if you can just grab it and kind of jut it into the wall.
I like the sound of that better.
If it helps, I know I'm heavy as fuck with my armor on.
Mhm.
I know we have a grip. I'm literally just letting go.
I'm not.
Okay. Fair
So-
enough. Are you letting go of your shield when he tries to grab it?
He has.
I have
he
the
has
shield in
my
one hand
shield.
and him in the
Oh,
other.
gotcha.
Yeah.
He's got it. I'm going.
I'm just
okay.
gonna try to hold on for everything.
All right, so that's going to reduce the DC of the strength check. You are falling into acid.
Oh, it is acid. Nice.
There's a
fuck.
13.
Okay.
13.
Yes.
I
Okay.
prepared
And
spells.
the first character then.
Maybe.
So with a 13, unfortunately, you slam it into the wall and it just kind of juts off the rock. You can't really get a good holding, and you just kind of and you fall back into the pit as well.
Well,
You both take.
How far did they fall?
It's about a 15-foot hole. Oh.
You got it?
Yep.
Oh god.
What cat?
Oof. Okay, so you both take 8 acid damage,
okay, it's not bad.
and
Oh,
I'd be pretty much dead.
All right, I'm gonna use. Oh wow, I can't believe I took this one. Interesting.
Oh, protection?
False life.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm gonna give myself 1d4 temporary hit points,
okay.
and that's the only spell that's even remotely useful in this situation.
I like
Unless
that.
you have protection from.
I
'cause
did
you
not
can
start. I did
yeah.
not start that one.
Yeah, that's
oh,
tough.
we've got a timer, boys.
So, you guys see, you hear him now as they fall in. Ah! What are you doing?
Leon,
I have something. If...
Yep.
back against the wall. How wide is the pit?
The pit is 10 feet wide and 20 feet long, and
How-
15
how-
feet deep.
Does Create or Destroy Water work on acid?
It does not.
Crap.
You could probably dilute some of it with some Create water.
It'll also raise it.
Wait, so we're in the acid right now. We're chilling in the acid.
You're chilling in the acid,
I'm gonna
and you're going to take
I'm
push
just gonna try
this.
and start climbing.
another 7 points of acid damage.
Holy shit!
I think the walls are smooth. I don't know if you can climb. I'm gonna move this guy to the wall and just have him prop up there so he stays.
Okay.
I'm gonna move over to the edge, get a 50-foot rope out for my explorer's kit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Drop down a little bit, hand it to Raucus,
Okay. Raucus
Uh-huh.
takes it.
Let's go,
and then,
let's
and
go.
then brace Raucus from behind.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay. Raucus is going to make a strength check to see if he can hold the rope. Do you guys start climbing?
Yeah, one. Yep.
Okay.
One at a time, please.
Who's first?
I'll go
Him,
first.
him.
Okay.
I'll push him first.
Yeah.
So you are out of the acid. What's your athletics check to climb?
18.
18.
Nice.
And I assume Leon's boosting him too. If that helps.
Raucus,
Yeah.
Raucus, like a steadfast. He holds on, creates a post for you, and you.
I literally
15
just
feet.
flip on and I start grabbing the rope and yanking Leon.
So you since you went second, you do take an additional. Oh, that's not bad. Only 6 points of acid damage.
Perfect. I would be like super dead.
You would be you would be dead.
Yeah.
For me, it's nothing but a flesh wound.
Right.
Same, yeah, like, I'm pretty hard.
I'm
Go
feeling
ahead
wounded
and
I
make.
wasn't in the acid.
So you're bracing him. That's going to lower the DC.
Yeah.
You're helping with the climb.
Honestly,
so
I don't
that's
know how
gonna
much-
add +2 to his roll.
I don't know if it lowers the DC, honestly. I'm just putting my hands on
With
his
both
hips.
of you helping. With both of you helping.
I have a 15 strength, so I got some talk to
it's
it.
fine. Raucus is like.
Check out my biceps!
Oh yeah! Go ahead and make an
One
athletics check to
handing the
climb
fully
out.
plated armored.
Don't you
Would
worry.
you mind using 2 hands here?
5.
5. Okay. So you manage to climb up enough so that your lower legs and feet are out of the acid pit. You're not up the rope yet, but because Raucus fucking killed his strength check to hold you up, he is kind of just holding you out of the acid right now. But you see him kind of lean towards you guys and go, "Need some help?"
Whip of entanglement. Hold up.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
So, make an attack against his AC.
What's your AC?
18.
Okay.
Good luck.
Holy shit.
Oh wait,
Well,
no.
that-
Target.
yeah.
Target has to do a what does it say? It's a
It
dexterity
is
or
a
strength saving throw.
Dex save, but I mean, I
He's-
assume he automatically lets it fail. Like,
Yeah,
Whatever
When I
happens,
defensive
let it happen.
creature, it's like.
yeah. You're hanging on
that's
a
all I'm
rope
saying.
right now.
Whatever's about to happen, just let it happen.
Okay.
Nice.
What did you
So
want to
you-
do? Anything to...
No,
You
I
sweat
think
down
it's handle.
just to see what part of the body you hit him on. Roll an attack with the whip.
1.
Okay.
Right around the throat.
So you you whip and entangle
Let it
right
happen.
around
Oh,
it.
and you pull his head up.
Don't drop him.
No, one hand on the rope that
Just
Raucus
a
has, and one hand on the whip. I'm just gonna pull
Okay.
both.
Make another athletics check. This time with
Road
advantage.
athletics? I don't know.
This time it with
Have you been
advantage
working out
because
your
you have
throat?
2 different points that are pulling you.
Advantage is my specialty.
I hope your
Are you trained in that?
Take it.
Nope.
Are you
The
trying
crit
to
miss
advantage?
doesn't count.
Right.
Thank God.
The 18 does. It's a 20 total.
Okay. So after a second, they both,
Your
all
premise is
3 of
gonna
them,
snap
kind of
the
just,
throat.
And I'm
and
just
they
like,
get you up onto the edge.
I see he's been doing his throat ups.
Yeah.
You know, it's really helping.
I hope your trachea is strong.
Yeah. If anyone ever tries to hang him, he's just gonna be like,
I always skip trachea deck.
never skip trachea. God damn it.
Just skip trachea, Dan.
Yeah, come on, man.
So you guys are both out of the pit.
But aren't they,
Oh,
aren't they
boy.
on that side? Because that's
They
where
are.
everybody was.
Yeah,
No.
we're on this side.
We're on.
Oh, well,
they're
we
on
pulled
this
them
side.
this way, actually.
Yeah,
so
they
they
pulled
are.
them
Oh,
that way.
yeah, that's true.
So it's just me, Phelan, and
Belgamy.
yeah.
On.
So there is now in front of you a 20-foot gap. There is a slight ledge on the left wall where you feel like if you were really careful, you could probably scoot along and make it to the other side.
Yeah.
I have a question. My flame blade requires concentration and it's only 10 minutes. So do I have to do anything for that?
Not unless you take damage.
Just concentrating on it. Walking through the cave hasn't taken much.
And like
Excuse
this
me,
whole
time
scary
so far.
feature here? That's not taking any
No, it's not. It's not taking much time.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys ordered food without me?
Unless you guys know how to
Who's
fly.
Crap, I got extra. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we got plenty of
I'm fine.
extra.
Okay.
I'm fine.
I got an idea.
Now you're all dead, so because we can get food.
Please the DM people.
I'm pleased.
So there is a ledge on the left, but you know you do have at least one injured companion that's being
Nope.
Oh,
carted.
she's on this side, right?
Wait, who?
No, that's Belgamine. I'm talking about Dyrus is carrying the
Pirate dude.
pirate dude along with him.
Just lob 'em in there.
Vander, he has a name.
Excellent, Dan.
Ooh, baby.
Don't put
That's
that.
a great view right over the DM camera. This stream is sponsored by.
This stream
It's
is sponsored
not.
by Taco
It's
Bell.
not.
Absolutely not.
They're
While
good.
they are figuring out what's going to happen with these people, you guys stand up,
Oh,
and you guys
oh,
are.
Belgamine's over there. Oh shit.
Yeah, you pushed her forward.
Oh
before you fell.
fuck, you're
Yeah,
right.
she's good.
That's fine. I'm not gonna kill her.
Shit.
I mean, I've
Why is
no,
that an option?
I've no reason. Well, everybody thinks I'm just gonna
There's
murder
always
people,
a-
so.
I'm going based on one game of experience where I watched you murder somebody.
That's it.
First impressions
You
mean a lot.
shot a guy in the face
You
right in
guys-
front of us.
Right? Yep. Thank you.
And that was only the one we saw.
Yeah.
It was violent.
It wasn't
Killed
even like
one other
subtle.
guy.
You like his sister, right?
Yes, it is.
You can push this stuff off if you want. Yeah. Kill it, more room.
Are we letting
Kevin,
eat
what did
on
we say
stream?
about speaking? What did we say?
Stay in your corner. And
I'm gonna hang.
It's okay, Kevin. We love you.
Christian, can I get some straight C?
Yeah.
Please?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, give us 1
We
second.
are out of straight C.
Oh, bull sex.
That's my fault.
Keep
Probably.
us, Kevin.
Doth, thank you.
What the fuck is that?
Replacement. We're out of Dr. P.
what? PhD juice?
Yeah, we're out of that too.
Ginger ale.
Damn.
Maybe?
No more PhD.
That's Solus. Solus, what is it?
Solus
Officer
Ale.
said it's okay, Kevin.
No Solus.
Perfect timing.
Nikolai has entered the building.
You're gonna sit here for today because Sean's not here.
We only have
So
fairy
we're 3
blood
and
and
3.
solar
That's
smooches.
Yeah, I'll take a solo smooch.
Unfortunately.
How dare! How dare him!
Just watch the light.
You know what this is a great time for? To catch Nikolai up on what we've done so far.
That's true. Everybody's kind of munching right now. So
Sorry.
no, it's fine. I can give a quick rundown to
Solar smooch, please.
our friend Ruckus here. You guys woke up on a beach.
You just saved the day, by the way.
The chat says
Yeah,
hello.
you did. I've been. I apologize. I've been playing Ruckus for a little bit.
Is your voice been deep?
It has been. So you guys woke up after the attack on the ship on a beach. There are some injured people with you that are being escorted through a cave system that you guys found after some searching. While passing through the cave, you thought it was natural. Find out it's not. It's man-made. And you just experienced your first trap.
Man-made cave, got it.
Yes.
Okay, what's the trap?
Oh well, it's good now. You just saved the day by pulling them two out of an acid pit, but they did not have a good time with it. You missed it. I got them good. It was spike trap on the wall. No, acid pit.
Oh, and also, we found several of the pirates dead on the beach.
Okay.
One alive, which I'm keeping alive
That's a
currently.
question.
Huh?
I assume. Question.
I've already questioned him. I'm pretty much just keeping him alive because I don't want him to die for no reason. But you did bury the other 2 that we found.
I helped.
If you want to repeat that line for because it was beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Just drop it here. I'll throw it in the recycling.
Even Rock, they asked why you were burying the people who attacked, and your response was, "Even shitheads deserve a good burial."
So as long as you do agree with that, because that was a big, a nice moment.
You can use it.
Yeah, so that's where we are. That
And
hurt.
Yeah, so we're all caught up, and those of you that joined us late, now you're caught up.
yeah, exactly.
Catch up time.
And me and Tom had a nice butting of heads, let's say, with a little interference from this one over here.
If it's not too late to say, the chat was saying you should have entangled them to catch them.
I also thought that, but I was.
I think it
pretty
has to have a
panicked.
solid bottom.
I don't know. I was thinking entangle to climb up, but it didn't
My
want
mom.
to
Ooh,
interrupt anyone.
maybe that might have
Oh,
worked.
if we
Entangle
failed,
to climb up.
our saves, that's the next thing. I was like, somebody get some entanglement done.
Yeah.
Entangle can't solve all
Now you
problems,
can't
guys.
move in the acid.
That's true.
Yeah, now you go, Jesus.
I failed by climbing at 6
Now Phelan's first mission holds party members in place as they burn to death.
And then flees and lives in a cave for the rest of the game.
Just contemplating what I've done.
And
then I just died in the ass.
You know, my line would be like, and you thought I was a murderer.
Oh my god.
That's fair. You'd have a point there.
I'm gonna lay down my hands myself and just help patch myself up a bit.
Okay.
Wow.
We have 15 points of lay on
Yeah.
hand.
No. Yeah, because he's only one level of paladin.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
was thinking that I could use entangle to get them to cross, another trucker, to get them to cross over to us so we don't have to split up.
It doesn't really. You would know from knowing the spell. Entangle
Okay.
doesn't really give you a solid base to walk on.
Okay.
What you could do is you could entangle the top and then attempt to have
Or the-
people climb over the vines.
Yeah.
Or the walls, and we can, since there is that small ledge, we can hold on to it while we walk on the ledge.
It's like a rope.
Well, we have the rope too.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Actually, I think you centered
I said it
it.
as a
No,
joke.
that's good. You
Yeah,
just
you're
fixed
fine.
I
it.
said it as a joke. Didn't
How's it going,
accident.
Kevin?
God, he's too strong.
Is it
That's
good?
fine, dude.
Okay.
It's actually better. Not even kidding.
So before
Yeah,
me
that's good.
and Xanier go forward, I'm gonna turn to Xanier and Lady Belgamine and say we shouldn't split up. We should all stick together, even if we need to be more careful. Let's get them across before we move forward.
Oh, I'm waiting right here for Leon.
Are the candles or torches on the wall near us lit?
They are not. You have not lit these.
I'm gonna light them with my weight. Xanier, Lady Belgamine, do you think I should light up these candles, or do you think there are any traps with them?
I think the more light we have, the better.
You can trust her. She's a nun.
They lit up. I saw Leon light a torch earlier, and nothing bad happened.
Before you do, I'd like to inspect the torch just to make sure.
Please do.
Make an investigation check on the torch.
Careful.
16.
You look at the torch, and you take a look at it, and for a moment, it appears just like a normal, ordinary torch. But then you kind of looked behind it, like to the side that would be facing the wall, and you see on the bottom of the wood of the torch, there is an arcane symbol engraved.
I don't know what that means, but
And you check one of the other torches on the other side of the wall.
yeah.
Bothering me.
What happened?
Rock just fell over.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You check the ones on the other side of the wall. Same symbol.
Okay. Sorry. Phelan, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do the voice shit. Sorry.
It's okay. You're eating and trying to do this at the same time, so it's good.
There seems to be these weird symbols on the torches. I don't know what they mean, but I wouldn't light them just to be safe, unfortunately.
Okay. We'll just use the light from Flame Blade for now.
Okay.
And I
just
can see in the dark.
Just to let you know, since you are sort of magically inclined, you may be able to look at the runes and kind of see what they do if you want to.
Yeah, I'd like to take a look.
Okay.
You said there's
Alright,
something
so
on the ruin?
are the torches up on the wall?
They are.
Can I pick her?
No throwing up! It's the one
It
rule!
wasn't a puke, it was a burp. Fuck you.
So in the first episode,
Everybody
Tom
gets one.
totally puked. It was great.
I'm taking up a note.
Can we get kappas in the chat for the burp?
I said, can I pick her up so she can see the room? Because I'm assuming.
I mean, you'd be able to if she allowed you to.
I mean,
Yeah. Up. Let's go.
Up, I give you
Up.
So you
Because I see you go, and I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
so you grab her
I
and
don't.
you just
should
kind
I don't.
of and just kind of hold her up to the side, and now you see in the light you can make out this rune. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okay.
We getting the kappas?
Oh shit! I see machete
Oh,
monkeys.
they are coming.
10.
10.
Yeah.
It's easy enough to discern. This is a fairly common rune that you see on torches.
Okay.
This is essentially the symbol for Everlight, which means it can't produce light, but once lit, the flame won't go out unless put out. Like it's not going to run out of fuel, or the
It's
torch is
always
not going to.
lit.
Torch is not going to die. But you can tell by this check, this rune's not dangerous.
Okay.
This just serves a purpose.
Okay. Okay. No, they're good. All right, put me down. I'll light them up.
Okay. Well, I'll put her down.
I use my druid craft. It's a cantrip, and I can light.
Or you can just raise your flame blade and light it if you
Can
want
I
to.
do that too? Yeah, but I want to use my
Oh,
cantrip.
go
Use
for
your
it.
I want to use the magic. God.
Use all the spells.
No, not all the spells.
You instantly light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire.
There you go. So you just kind of, and the torch on the wall.
What?
Lumos.
It's Leviosa.
Actually, wouldn't it be incendiary? Never mind. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Technically, yeah. But yeah, you just kind of hold out your
Star Trek.
Nice.
you just kind of hold out your hand with the rock in the center, say some words. These little flames appear from the tips of your fingers and just fly off. Light up the torches on
I
the
am
wall.
so cool.
She says out loud.
I say out loud.
And yeah, the
I'll let you have
room,
your moment.
the hallway is much the hallway is much more lit now.
Yeah.
It's going down in this hallway.
Yo, it is.
Yo, you guys want some of this rum in there?
There
Rum
is
ham.
this little.
I go to Vander and I say, "Yo, drop a beat."
And there's like.
What does that mean?
All right, so
I look.
how are we getting everyone else across this bridge?
I don't know. Jumping ain't one of my strong suits.
Don't jump.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Do a flip.
That's why I said.
Ron just runs and jumps.
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
All right.
Don't jump.
So you.
All right, I'm jumping.
You heard the do a flip part.
So
That's all he heard.
Leon and Garrett are like, how are we getting across this? And from behind you, you just hear, dum, 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 and then, poof. Go ahead and make it an athletics
Oh
check.
my God.
12.
12?
The 20.
You get about 3/4 of the way there before you start descending, and you're like, I'm not making this.
Oh,
It's about a
Finley, get those
15-foot
vines
drop
ready.
into the acid.
Okay.
Does anybody have a reaction or
It's acid.
whip of
Should've
entanglement? You
asked.
can't do again.
Should've asked.
We literally said acid pit.
It's remember I said it's only a once per like.
Oh, okay. Can I just like normal
It's
whip
got
it?
like a 4-hour
Can I
cooldown.
try like throw it at him so you can try to catch it maybe?
Yeah.
How heavy are
A
you?
whip's not 5 feet long.
I'm not
though.
picking him up.
Is it?
I think it's
Yeah.
like 10 feet.
I weigh like
Really?
you guys.
That's a-
tripled.
Damn.
But you're on this
But
side.
you
He
hear
jumps
I said-
15
Oh,
feet
he's too
out.
far out.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah, I
get
was
those
gonna say
vines.
that's a huge ass whip.
Yeah.
Though.
Well, I said, get those
Just wanna
vines
check the
ready.
length of the
I yelled that.
Yeah,
I don't know
'cause
if you could
I
like
don't think
vine
it's
the
10
wall.
feet.
Before
Really?
you,
Has
I was
reach.
thinking, can I use
That'd be
entangle
pretty
to
cool.
shoot across the way and make it somewhat of a barrier, even if this guy breaks a hole in it?
Yeah. Entangle's a long enough spell. You could
It is a
probably
20-foot
Yeah.
square,
You
so
could
it wouldn't
encapsulate
take
this whole section in entangle. Like I said, it's a mess of vines, so it's not really something that's
Yeah.
going to give him a
Has reach.
strong
Has reach.
footing.
Oh, wow.
But it will give him something to grab on and maybe not fall into.
So not against the wall.
Right.
It
Against,
can't- If it goes over like this,
Mhm.
like it'll make like kind of like a net kind of.
It'll be
deal.
like
Exactly.
a shitty bridge.
Exactly.
Shitty
A
bridge.
shitty bridge or a net. Yeah.
Like on a playground when
So
they
you
have
wanna
those
do
like
that?
net
Yeah.
bridges across to
I
the
see
side.
him
Like,
jumping
yeah,
in
you
the
know
air
that
and I
you
go,
fall and
good
snap
thing
your
you
ankle.
got us! And I cast entangle below him,
Okay.
like at the. you
At
know,
the at the ground level.
Really?
Not at ground level
Go
because
into
then it'd be in the
falls into
acid.
the
I guess like
Trap him in the
No, I mean
Our
top ground
ground
level.
level.
yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
not the drop down yet.
Ruckus comes out of cripple has no legs.
Oh my
No
God.
feet, just no feet. Just
No feet, yeah.
stump.
So Raucus,
He's
you are
giving me a look.
you are, and then all of a sudden you see underneath you, all these vines come out and just kind of like, essentially not grab you, but like make a net for you, and you fall. It's still kind of holy, so you like fall down a bit, but see if you can grab onto the vines to hold on. That would be
You said holy. We're just blushing.
athletics to hold on, right? Or acrobatics to
It
grab?
depends on what you're trying to do. It would be like a dex save to try to grab onto it,
It's a
or an
it's a
athletics
vine
to
save.
just to swing from it. I'm not sure what you're.
I mean,
George, you
He's trying to grab.
Divine
That's probably-
intervention.
It's,
I mean-
it's probably going to be dexterity if you're trying to grab it.
I heard
Jump for
just to grab it in that athletics to like get through
Because
it.
your
Alright, so
your
I go-
It's
hands.
reactive.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
You can do it.
18.
Fail.
Easiest game of life.
So you
Sorry,
see
the DC was 19.
you see Raucus
The DC was 33.
you see Raucus start falling and his legs dip below the vine net, but then as he's falling, he just and like two big vines that are stretching across just kind of catch under his arms, and his feet are dangling. He's not touching the acid. He's
Did I see
safe.
how that happened?
Yeah, you saw her.
Yeah, she's in front of him.
You saw her run up and just kind of go like this with her. Rock. Yeah, she just kind of passes it over the ground, and the vines shot out.
Thank you, Tiny One. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure we got a time limit on that, so let's get you back up here, lickety split.
That's a good idea. What should I do or not do?
You're right here.
But don't run and jump over the 20-foot hole again.
I already did that. No need to revisit.
Okay.
From where you are, you can kind of just. You're only about 5 feet away, and Xanier's on the other side to give you a hand. You can just pull yourself out. You're good.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, you get to the other side. I'm not gonna make you make another check for
I
that.
also reach out my tiny hand.
Is there?
Okay.
Are there any like? Are there like
I should
torch
do
handles on the
something.
wall, or
Listen,
like
we
any
need to get a
grooves to
friend.
like kind of rock climb
Yeah.
across?
Well, there's the ledge here.
There's a ledge on the side. There are jutting rocks from the wall that you could like use for a handhold, but they're not. They're spaced out like few and far between. But you feel like climbing across this right now with the vine net as safety would be pretty easy
For the next
your
minute.
group.
Yeah, I quickly pull out some rope that I have and like throw it across to Raucus so you can grab it
Okay.
as we like
Do I try to catch it?
begin funneling people.
There's
right?
stuff on the. Even if you missed it, it would be caught
Yeah.
by the vine, so you're good.
I'm just like
catch it.
go.
Pull it taut.
Start ushering
Um,
people in.
It's only
Who's-
for 1 minute, so we have to cross.
Yeah.
Who's going first?
Whoever I just start motioning. Just go. We don't got time.
Okay, so
I do not go first.
Yeah, I wait for the
I let
people-
everyone else
Minx
go
will go.
That's how
He has advantage.
He's dead.
Wow.
This guy hates rope.
Minx makes it across
Hey.
very easily. He's a cat. He just kind of.
first. That's true.
So what you're saying is he likes to go nimbly bimbly from tree to tree.
The young woman and her child are very scared to cross.
Oh jeez.
So she goes slowly.
Garrett, go with her.
Yeah,
Walk her across.
I'm gonna help. I'm gonna go with her.
Is that you?
Okay. No, that's Leah.
him.
I keep doing
So
that.
you're helping
Yeah.
her across. She'll have advantage.
Because he looks like a cleric, so but that's yeah. Because he's got to get his piece that's more like
Yeah.
She's good.
More like a ranger.
She just barely makes the DC to get across, just fine.
Do I
Raucus,
roll too?
you see her right at the edge here. She just kind of slips and loses her footing. You just reach out, goon hand her, pull her to
that's
pull her
like
to
your new
safety.
favorite word. Huh?
It's just
Goon hand.
right.
Do I need to
Similar
make-
to mage hand.
Right,
Yeah.
Do I
right.
need to make a check a
It's
little
dirtier.
Huh?
I feel
bit? Do I
like.
need to roll 2 to get to.
To get across, yeah,
Certainly more
yeah. You
massage.
need acrobatics. This is making sure that you stay
Nope.
close to the wall.
Nope.
That is a 2. Okay,
The
so
second I feel myself slipping, I just let go of her.
okay, well, she got past. She's
Okay,
good.
good.
She's good. She's past now.
Cool.
You, on the
Fall
other
to
hand,
vines.
fall onto the vines, and you're just kind of like, huh?
How far down are the vines?
The vines are at floor level.
Oh, okay, good.
The vines are at your level, so it's kind of like falling onto a net at like a bouncy castle or whatever. You just kind of
How far is Raucus from me? Is he
I
10
can
feet
reach
away?
out.
he's 10 feet away.
Okay.
It would be a little bit of a long
With
reach.
the arm and the hammer,
Grab away.
maybe? With the
Huh?
arm and the hammer extended, maybe.
What about
I-
what's my arm?
It'd be
Yeah, I whip his
close.
arm. I whip his arm.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
10-foot reach.
Okay.
I just pull
So-
myself over.
Okay. So yeah, that's fine. You can do that.
Ah! The whip didn't feel good.
Hurry up!
Sorry.
Leon,
I keep helping people through.
I'm
Leon,
keeping watch
uh,
this way, by the way.
this guy's got a bad leg. I don't know if he's gonna make it. Can you hold one side of him and I'll hold the other?
Sounds good.
I was waiting for that.
So you guys are gonna make your way across as 3.
No, I
He's
Oh,
got-
first I
Don't touch
walk up to the
people.
ledge and I like stomp on it.
It's pretty sturdy.
Okay, then yeah.
It's pretty sturdy. You assume that this was left here by whoever made this trap as a way, like, if they accidentally triggered it,
Sure.
to still be able to get across.
Like so I've got one hand on each jutting rock and one hand on this guy, hoping he doesn't
Okay.
fall.
You got, like,
Same.
your arms hooked.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, so both of you make dexterity checks. He's going to have advantage because you're both helping him.
14.
You're going to have disadvantage
Oh,
because you're only
okay.
using
That's
one
fine.
hand
That's
to
fine.
hold
Thank
onto
you.
the wall. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Let's go.
Dexterity
12.
is my specialty.
No, it's not.
Oh shit.
Not anymore.
It's a 9.
It's a 9.
12 for me.
Yeah,
9 and
we're
12. Okay,
You're all
so
dead.
you guys make it to about here. Oh, wait. No,
Do
you're
they,
over.
are we someone? Nope, the rope is gone because the other person on the other end.
hmm
is not-
And also,
Well, Rocker still has.
at about this time, as you guys are making your way across, again, the same thing you witnessed earlier.
Yeah.
The vines just sort of
Uh-oh.
As soon as they fall.
into
I'm gonna
dust.
throw-
Who said we're falling?
Well, I mean, like as soon as you fell off the rock onto the vines.
Oh,
You,
I didn't fall, did I?
no, you're not. They haven't fallen off yet.
We're
They
really.
haven't fallen off yet. Where they are, though, they're about 5 feet across, and Dyrus puts his foot down, and one of the rocks gives way.
Good job.
There's a small jutting in the footing, and you see a couple more rocks a little bit further along the ledge. It's now going to be a little bit harder to get across the rest of the way.
Dangle the whip out towards him.
The someone
Dangle
Raucus
the
is still
Come on.
holding the rope, and they should have been holding it with one hand, right?
Yeah.
The rope, the
Oh, my rope that I guess they took a.
you
Oh,
took it across, but there was
Oh,
Garrett
okay.
was holding it on the other side. So when Garrett crossed,
Yeah.
nobody was holding the rope.
Well,
anymore.
Rocker still has it on in his hand.
Raucus has the rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could do something.
And hold on, just to be clear, Raucus is at the edge or Darren's at the edge?
Right now, probably Raucus would be at the edge just
I'm right
because
next
he's
to him.
helping
I-
people
that- yeah,
across.
And
I
I'm
wanted to double
peering
check that.
into whatever this is over here.
Okay, I'll get to that in
I'm
just
right,
a
I'm
minute.
right next to Rocker.
I'm just
so
saying I'm watching.
we're both on the edge.
How bit of a grip do I have on this guy? I've got him in like an underhook.
You've got you're both kind of underhooking
So
him as
I'm
he
like-
goes across. He's hopping on one leg
Right.
across this
Right.
pretty.
God.
That sucks.
Raucus?
I mean, I want to make sure I'm understanding. So their vine's about to disappear.
The vines
The vines
the
are
vines just
They're
disappeared.
already gone. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw the rope immediately.
Okay.
And I'm gonna yell to Phelan, like, Tiny One, catch them.
Nice.
Well, okay, so first I'm going to. Okay, I'm going to wrap the rope around myself,
Okay.
giving a lot of slack at the other end.
Okay. Yeah, it's a 50-foot rope.
Yeah, and I'm going to wrap it around this guy, leave a lot of slack, and hand it to Leon, and hopefully he follows the same
That's
the
a good
suit.
idea.
I'm just doing whatever he's doing.
Okay.
Everybody over there, hold please.
Ready, big guy?
And I mean, I guess we just jump for it. I guess.
Jump for the edge.
Should you guys walk? Nope,
We can't
sorry.
because the ledge is here is gone.
Oh.
That's what broke in front of me.
Yeah.
A 5-foot jump for me shouldn't be too bad, but attached to other people maybe. So
Exactly.
But that's why I
what-
left a lot of slack so
Right.
that we could
Right.
manage this.
5-foot jump for you is no problem.
Right.
Raucus catches you, helps
Yeah.
pull you up onto the thing. You're okay. This guy's not going to really be
No.
able to do a jump.
Throw him.
So
Oh, don't worry, I'm ahead of you.
Throw him.
I've been wanting to throw this guy since we got off the ship.
Let him die.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Oh, you didn't hear that. Hang tight. It's gonna be fun.
what?
I throw him.
As soon as he really
Go ahead and make an athletics check to throw.
Oh, 21.
Woo!
21. Okay.
Easy.
I'm
That guy's
also
dead.
going to need you, since you took your hand off the wall,
Yeah, this is the harder part.
to
Okay.
make an dexterity save to not fall in.
Dexterity.
Oh no.
12.
12. Unfortunately, because the rocks broke earlier, there's not much of a sure footing on here still.
Oh, here we go again.
And he
No,
makes
you're
it.
tied up. You're good.
He makes it across, no problem. You, on the other hand, right back down into the acid.
Yeah, we pull as hard as we
Yeah.
can.
Just starts pulling on.
You know what? You don't take. You're only in the
That's
acid.
a good one before. What was this, like Leaping Larry or
Oh,
something?
Larry's lasagna.
Lasagna.
So good.
Another 7 points of acid damage as you splash in, and then
Good thing you could hear yourself.
everybody
You haven't used the
connected
spell
to
slots like
the
crazy
rope. So you're holding it and you're pulling.
Everybody's
have-
pulling.
Okay, so if
Yeah.
everybody's
Yeah,
pulling,
pulling.
it's not that hard.
Oh,
Honestly, you're helping yourself up too as well, and eventually Finally, you crawl to the top.
Oh, you guys are a good bunch. Thanks for helping me out.
Is acid damage like normal damage?
It hurts.
It depending on your
It's-
class
oh, yeah.
and stuff, because sometimes you can resist like bludgeoning and stuff, but
Okay.
acid is something. Yeah.
Okay.
It deals damage the same way. It's just
Xanier,
damage
Yeah.
for
since you are in the front,
Yeah.
you're elf, right?
Oh, hell yeah, I am.
Okay. So you have dark vision. You peer into this room. The room in front of you seems to be a storeroom.
Ooh.
There are some crates, barrels, boxes, all very old, all
it's
very worn down as if they were in disrepair for a lot of time. There are cobwebs, and you do see like bugs skittering across the tables and walls.
God forbid. Okay.
It looks like as you guys are you all moving into the room?
I mean, I don't know what everybody else wants to do. I'll move in slowly to check it out.
Garrett, you take some burns from the acid?
Yeah, but I can fix myself up. I'm pretty good.
All right, just looking
You
out.
take care of yourself.
Duct tape.
You look worse for wears than me.
Am I recovered at all from the battle with the Hulk?
Yeah, everybody's full HP.
You're
Oh.
over though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Slightly.
nice.
From both,
Mission accomplished.
Kraken attack and drunkenness.
Yeah,
What do
yeah.
you mean? It was cracking.
He was drunk from the cracking.
Yeah.
The rum.
Huh?
Yeah, there we go.
Good, may never die.
So you take a look in the room. You see, there's not much in here. There's some look like trinkets, older relics. Not a lot of stuff. Like nothing people would be like, ooh man. There's some like armor stands on the like. Almost like statues wearing
Yeah.
ornate armor lining the walls.
I just like at first because of that trap. I want to check look if there's any traps or anything in here.
Okay, you haven't entered the room yet, or are you in the room?
I'm gonna walk into the room, but I'm slowly checking for traps.
You're checking for traps as you walk in.
Yeah, after that,
Okay.
I know how that.
Go
I'll
ahead
see
and
how
make-
this works.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Hey.
Oh god damn it!
Nice.
Two.
Oh,
Shit.
close.
Oh wait, no, investigation. It's a 3. See, I rolled that one left-handed.
Game
That was the
changer.
problem.
Game changer right there.
So you look around. You
I'm gonna die.
you take a step.
It's the
Nothing.
acid trap.
You take a step. Nothing.
It's a decoy acid trap.
You kind of get down low to the ground and take a look. You don't see any uneven footings where there would be like another
I
trap.
can't wait to stand up and just get fucking blasted by something.
You're like, all right, I'm pretty good. And you take a step in.
Oh no.
Nothing seems to happen.
He's baiting you.
I'd still like to keep checking. I don't trust this.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's-
me as a person after seeing this and knowing.
No, you would be on edge. That's fine.
Yeah, okay. Because I'd
That's
say my
fine.
character knowing.
That's
how...
your check for traps in this area. So.
Okay, yeah, I know.
So you're fairly. You're like, okay, I'm good.
I think it's okay up here. I'm still not too sure about it.
Sorry.
No, I'm still fine.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
if I kicked it, it's
Again,
okay.
again.
It's gonna
It's hard.
happen.
I'm trying my best not
It's
to move.
okay.
If there's an issue, I'll let it be known.
Okay, cool.
We can always fix it.
It seems this is
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We'll do it. We'll fix it in post.
DM's beautiful face is still.
Hey, you don't need to suck up to him. You're just a guy who works here. We need to suck up.
It seems that this is a storeroom of some kind. I don't know if there's any traps. It doesn't seem that there's any, but just still be on edge.
The gentleman that you are supporting, Vander, he says, careful in here. This is probably a storeroom for some sort of people in my line of work.
Your former line of work.
Fair enough.
Kill.
Also, check around. There could probably be some pretty useful stuff in here.
Do I hear this?
You're a little far away right now.
Okay.
And he's keeping it low.
Okay.
Right now, Dyrus is the only person who's like shown him any kindness, so he's responding
Yeah.
by sticking with him.
I mean, that's
Does
fair. I mean,
anybody
I
else
pointed a
over
fucking
here
gun at
that's
him, so.
good?
I was just going to relay the information to you specifically, but then anyone else who's around me hears it.
Yeah.
I turn to Roettger and I say, well, first, did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
You're
literally,
right
you're
next-
literally
you're right next to
steps,
me, you heard
steps
So
away
before
from. You're
you-
on top of
if
it.
I heard, if I heard it, then before he turns to me, I'm gonna use the How do you say it, Christian?
Thaumaturgy?
Thaumaturgy.
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 You got it.
I'll use my booming voice to just say, "Be careful" to everybody out loud.
Oh.
Be careful.
Oh.
So you guys
There's
hear.
traps in the room.
You guys hear. Be careful, careful, careful.
I like this guy's
That's
style.
one way to be.
You hear some random person, shut the fuck up!
We're trying to sleep.
And they stopped and paused at the same time.
Son of a bitch.
Is somebody else in here too?
Is anybody else moving into the room with Xanier? Or
Yeah,
is
I'll
that-
join him.
Oh,
I'm just-
yeah.
I would like to also
Nope.
go. You said there's like crates and stuff.
I'll go in the
Yeah.
room.
I'd like to go to the
Cherish
first
these
is
13
the
hit points.
first is the closest
Oh, no, I
crate
just
and
wouldn't.
examine it
Either way.
and
Okay.
see if I can open it.
Okay.
I make
Uh,
I
I'll wait till it blows up in his
Head
face. and
over.
then-
That's what I was gonna say. I carry fist of just
Yeah.
So Phelan makes her way in.
I'm
Yeah.
joining.
I'm just
Garrett.
moving up to wherever
Can
balcony
I
is.
take a look around?
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. You want to examine the entrance?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna
Go
be
ahead.
the one that fell into the pit. I'm super on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just.
I also want to scan the room
We
for any kind
failed.
of traps or danger, like in my near vicinity, and
Okay.
if I could see anything in the distance with my dark vision.
Got you.
And leave
Okay.
something.
So both Raucus and Phelan make investigation checks. Raucus for the entrance to the room, Phelan for the room itself.
20.
nice.
Investigation.
Natural?
No,
My
19.
total.
17.
17.
Cool,
Okay.
thank
There you
God.
go, we're good.
20.
That 4 years are not doing much.
Raucus, since you're inspecting the entrance to the room, you kind of take a second to look around the rocks that are make up the wall here. It's kind of like an archway, and as you're looking around, you notice that directly above the archway, right above you when you would be walking in, there is a very, very lightly colored rune carved into the top rock, like right above the head.
Oh, good God.
And as you notice this, Phelan is walking into the room in front of you, and you just see a boom, like a little glow of light. Yeah, it's already glowed, so you know it activated, but you can grab her and like stop her if you wanted.
Tiny one. Did you see the glowing light?
No. Well, what is it?
I saw it glow. I don't know what it is.
No. Do you think you know anything about it?
Yeah.
I can
Box
get
just
you a
gets
closer look.
fucking
Yeah.
killed.
Well, there were some runes on the wall behind the torches for like Everlight. I guess I can take a look at it. Yep.
I
Yep.
just grab Leon on the shoulder,
Uh-huh.
and I just go, whoever's room this is, they know we're here now.
Good.
Pick me up quick.
Not the
Watch
sneaky
him.
type.
So I
Watch the
put
next
a
entrance.
Phelan.
So you just
Understood. We'll
and
protect everyone.
you get a really close look at this rune now.
Real close.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Hello, is anyone there? Shut up!
10.
Not terrible.
10. You can tell that this rune is there. You've seen like the alarm rune before. That's pretty common. This is not that.
Oh.
This, from what you can tell with a 10, you're not really sure the function of this rune. You just know it has something to do with time.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know.
Do you recognize it?
Not quite. I can tell by the markings on this rune that it has something to do with time. As I just repeat what you said. But yeah. But so you're holding me up
And I
still.
start putting you down.
And I'm just announcing that as I go down. Guys, there's something to do with time in this room in the entryway. We want to be a little bit more careful than we
Like,
were already supposed
We
to
should
be
probably
being.
get out of here
Yeah,
quickly.
maybe
then.
it has to do with time.
Do a quick sweep to see
What-
if we could use anything, and let's get out of here.
What's in the room again? Like
Are we
crates
able
and
to
stuff?
see around the
There,
room?
you are.
Because it's dark, yeah.
Everybody who has dark vision can see in here just fine. So
Almost
you,
all of
Can
us.
I-
Except
Not you.
Except you.
Is
Yeah.
Wait,
are there
sorry.
But
torches
you have
around
light.
the outside too?
there are torches on the wall in this room. Yes.
Can I use the cantrip again?
Yeah.
And can I use it like?
Unlimited times.
Before
Basically,
they
yeah.
take a look
Yeah, it's a
around and see
cantrip.
if I scan the room, see if I see
Yeah, I'm
anything.
gonna
Absolutely.
look around.
You can do it once every 6 seconds because it's an action. So
As-
it would be your action for a round, basically. So you can.
So you're not checking for traps. You just want to see what's in the room.
I want to check for traps.
Okay, so that would be
Oh my God.
investigation.
I want to see if there's any movement in the room.
Okay, perception.
Can I light up the
18.
room first?
Nice.
You're lighting the room as
As
this
it
is
goes,
happening.
okay.
Yeah. You look around the room. Investigation-wise, as far as traps go, besides that rune that you saw,
I don't see anything.
you don't really see anything else on the room. You don't see anything adorning the walls, on the floor. You haven't really checked out any of the stuff in the room yet.
Is
But
there anything that I want to go look at?
in the room, there are along the far wall, here, and here. There are. I should have gotten this out already, but no. I need pieces.
A dragon?
Where are the blue pieces? The blue box. It was down here earlier.
Oh, it's in
It was
the
right next to
in
it.
those drawer.
Oh, we put all the things in the drawer now.
Oh,
Say that.
Oh, no, it's dead and it's a dead person.
And then a giant eagle attacked.
wait. This isn't all of
It's
it.
a bird person.
Jesus Christ!
Huh?
So,
No.
Stay away from
Oh,
the
under the drawer.
No, it's not there.
What's not there?
So either
The blue
his
box.
dad was like, hey, look, that was a really good looking eagle,
Or
or somebody
That's where
got
we put it.
As Mom always said, it probably got legs and moves.
Bestiality. I'm not ready to revisit it.
about bestiality?
Right there.
What happened? I missed.
I
I
remember
remember.
this.
bird people. And how it happens. All right,
Yeah,
The
what
miracle of bird people.
It's biology.
What is happening?
I have no fucking clue.
Oh, the blue box got moved.
This right here,
Oh, I'm just gonna stand up.
Already
this is
existing
this
bird
is the pecker. These are the floopers. Oh shit, I fucked up. These are the floopers.
Don't touch his floopers, dude. You
I'm
know he's
sorry.
Sick
We're
fuck.
laughing at
Kevin, can we
you.
go
You're
to the
pointing
battle
right
map?
to his pecker.
Can we cut to the battle map?
You want to stay away from that at all costs.
Stay away
Could
from
you,
what?
could you,
The
read-
pecker.
The
could you tell us
The
again
pecker.
for the viewers?
Can you explain where it
For the
is?
viewers,
It's
could you
right-
tell us
The,
again?
no, it's
right
Turn
there.
to the camera.
Oh yeah.
Right in the face area.
Uh-huh.
Right in his stupid face.
That's
Right.
what else could that be known as?
The pecker.
The pecker?
Are you even paying attention?
No, I'm
The
not.
pecker.
I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, this is like high school. I'm not paying attention. I'm still gonna get an A in the class though, because I'm that fucking good.
There are located here,
Oh no.
here,
Marker?
here, and here.
Man, Marcus.
Fierce. On this side of the room is mostly like the accoutrement, barrels, crates, things like that.
I'm trained in
Over-
accoutrement.
I was gonna say what?
Over here, there are 4. I wouldn't call them like armored statues. Like
Inspect them. I inspect them right now.
Dominican.
Statues.
No, there are 4. I wouldn't call them like armored statues or anything like that. They're more weapon mounts.
Ooh.
They are like ornamental armor pieces, not in great condition, but they're resting upon like wooden mannequins that are just kind of stationed there.
Do we see, is there a doorway or anything? Or?
There is a doorway. There is a path over here
Okay.
and a path. I can't really move it because the stuff's on it, but back here. So there are 2 pathways out of this room you see right now, and the pathway you came in.
Alright, well,
I'd like everyone to kind of take their pieces and place them where they are currently.
I'm at a crate, aren't I?
I'll just be...
You are, yes. You wanted to look in one of the crates.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do that now.
Where am I rolling?
Phelan, where are you? Right here.
Right. This is a crate full of stuffs, right?
No, that is one of the ornamental armor pieces. All of those dots.
I'm gonna look at one of the armor pieces as well.
Okay.
Crates. This
This
is,
one?
could be filled with anything. Like goodies.
Could even be a boat.
Nice.
Leon, are you moving into the room, or are you hanging back with
I'm
Belgamy?
gonna slowly enter the room with Belgamine, like a couple steps. So.
With the rune that they pointed out earlier, as you walk in, you see.
Uh-oh.
We're in now, Belgamine.
Alright,
Stay
so
close.
It's taking count.
Everybody panic!
Yeah.
Dyrus, are you? No. Okay. You are actually
watching.
hanging back with the younger, the young woman and her child, who is actually keeping a good distance from this gentleman.
I can't imagine.
Understood. I'll stay between them, but I don't let her pass through that.
Right. No, she doesn't want to.
Okay.
She doesn't want to.
I just say to both of them,
You wanted to investigate? Oh,
be ready to run through when we have to.
gotcha. Okay. You wanted to investigate?
I'm taking a look at the
Yeah,
armor.
sure,
Right,
go ahead.
has it-
The armor itself is on Jasirin. It is old, ceremonial, as far as you can tell. Does not have a lot of practical purpose.
Well, I'm from Algiers, so while I lived there.
Yeah.
So what do I
For a while.
recognize?
The armor itself, not in particular. This, best you can tell, this would be some sort of older, maybe city guard uniform, or maybe royal guard, even with how ornate it is. But it's gold trimmed, but it doesn't offer a lot of protection. It seems way more ceremonial than it would seem
So this is
useful
like a
in
trophy
combat.
room sort of thing.
Could be. But what I do need you to do
Uh-oh.
is make a dexterity. Actually, no, it wouldn't be a dexterity save. It would just be yes.
Yep.
So does a
Statues, I fucking knew it.
15 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. As you're getting close and kind of looking at the trim of this armor, you hear a.
Oh.
And you kind of like look around real quick. You can't place where it's coming from. And then just as you look back at the face of the wooden mannequin that seems to be holding all this armor up, you see as these big teeth open up from the side.
It's a mimic.
Mimic statue.
Oh, shit!
As the other four now start to
Oh,
come to life.
You
And
gotta
these
inspect the
four
statues.
mimic statues just start to...
Everybody panic!
Everybody panic! Everybody roll for initiative
That's the panic
while I
roll.
deal damage.
Oh,
like-
I don't even get to finish investigating the chat.
Are mimics like undead?
No.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You said that
Mimics
way
are
earlier.
like-
Yes,
you
I
did.
did.
You
Normally
did
they're
investigate the
chests,
chest.
treasure chests,
It
but
was
when
easy
you
to
open
check
them,
out.
It's a mouth.
It's like old bottles of rum,
Just eats
No,
people.
food.
Yeah.
Can it move?
Like this was a storeroom that was
Some of them
abandoned.
Okay.
Okay.
Most of them can. I'm
Oh.
assuming they can because they're suits of armor, so probably.
All right.
This takes.
I think I'm gonna get stuff from this box. I'm gonna have to get my own.
Raucous, you
I'm
take
not gonna share with me
I
anymore.
mean, no,
You take
can
5
keep it.
damage.
If you keep rolling high, I'll
5
get a new
piercing
one.
damage.
Can I add anything?
Just add your dexterity bonus. So
And
your
then-
initiative is right here.
Oh,
So
Everybody's gonna make initiative rolls, and I'm gonna find out what they are.
Pull that camera that way slightly.
Like the whole thing?
That way
What's
a
up?
little bit. Yeah.
Wait, which one?
The battle cam.
Oh, that's over here.
Pull a little
Oh.
bit
Yes.
and now straighten it up.
I think you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
It's on a little angle. Can you turn it slightly?
I think he means like the actual camera.
I hope the
That's fine.
These mics are pretty good.
But
Anyway.
They did.
It's about to move. It's about to move a lot. So.
All right.
All right. So who got over a 20?
I got 20.
20. Okay.
Nice.
It's not over 20.
Phelan, bam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Equal to or over.
You got a 20 as well? Nice.
Oh!
You two share an initiative
Oh,
order.
damn.
Nice.
Alright.
Anybody 2215? 2215.
16.
17.
Is it time to cause a
Wow,
ruckus?
Mr. Better over there.
It's time.
17. I'm always
Actually,
better.
one of our
Well, there goes my
initiatives.
smile.
16.
No, 2 else.
Anybody 15 to 11?
12.
12.
Chris, what'd you roll?
10.
All right, not bad.
Yeah, but
Don't
I was
worry.
excited.
I was gonna
They
say,
all rolled-
did they roll at all?
They did. That's what happens when you crit miss initiative.
Also, mimics probably don't have a great dexterity. if
They
I had
do
to
not.
guess.
If I
Yeah.
had to surprise.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
They do
They
not.
got the surprise on Rock.
Phelan and Raucous, you are sharing a turn. What is up, bruz?
Punch that dude in the face.
So does everybody else in the room know what's going on? Because I know
Pretty
everyone
obvious.
can't see.
Yeah.
Uh,
Can't see.
I think we
everybody,
heard-
the statues have now started moving.
Okay.
Well,
So, I'm sorry. Flame Blade is still active because it hasn't been a whole 10 minutes, right?
it is probably the last minute of Flame Blade, so I'll say it's active for the first 10 rounds of this fight. Should it go longer?
Okay.
If it
Alright,
comes
sorry to
longer, we have a
interrupt.
problem.
I don't know.
Yeah.
My
We have a
question
serious
is going to
problem.
be, is there
So
any way that, like, would everybody else be able to see right now in the fight?
Yeah. There are. You lit the torches on the wall.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I
So-
forgot.
so,
Okay,
yeah.
then I'm just going to, I don't like being hit.
No, I imagine not.
So I'm just going to swing away. from
Okay.
The hammer.
Go ahead and whack the shit out of it.
The first one, and right in front of me, I get a 20.
Yeah. Punch
Okay.
it in the
that hits.
Oh,
I almost say,
I have to activate that. Damn.
20 is as high as it goes.
Okay,
for
that's not a
this, right?
Well,
passive
15
thing.
plus
Now I know.
5.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, but like, Can an AC?
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
With magical items.
We
usually.
have 9 damage.
9? Okay.
Regularly with no magical
So-
items, it can't be higher than 20 because plate armor is the highest you can get with an 18, plus a shield is +2.
Yeah.
So unless any of that is magical, that's the only way it gets higher than 20 naturally.
9 damage, you said?
9.
Nice.
Okay.
And I think with Dawn Rose, I was like 21
I will-
or 22.
You were like a 24 with Dawn Rose.
Oh,
and your
yeah.
shield?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Because
will-
Dawn Rose was a
I
base
will
22,
remember
I think.
these new
Yeah.
abilities for next time.
Phelan, it is also your turn.
Nice.
I have divine sense.
Can I?
Oh.
But have to
Oh, I have
activate
my
it, it's not
staff
passive.
in one hand and my flame blade in the other. Of course. We don't. I need to get a collapsible staff. That's what I need. Anyways,
They're really efficient. I have them. It's
another
good
time.
They're a girl's best friend.
Okay.
You heard him.
He said it.
There's innuendo in there somewhere, but
Somewhere.
Oh, I already thought of it.
In someone's endo.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I didn't even
All right.
think
Is
of
it
that.
my turn or is it my turn?
there's nothing in this. I'm just drinking nothing. Go ahead.
See,
You're
Sorry.
just sneezing and drinking.
It's all an
nothing.
illusion.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Smoke and
going
mirrors.
to go ahead and turn around.
Okay.
First off, I want to see what's going on, and I'm going to. They're coming at us.
Yes.
Or are they just kind of standing there?
Right now, they have just all sort of come to life and started, like, you can see the movement is sort of taking a little bit of time to get going, but you do see they are, like, readying themselves to attack.
Okay. I'm going to. Can I run and then jump and then take a slash at him?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, run, jump, run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
No, that I make sound effects for people running. Like,
Oh, hop, hop, hop.
He does.
Yeah, I was doing a song. That's alright. Okay, so roll.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your attack.
Nope. That's copyrighted. Nintendo's gonna shut us down.
15.
That hits.
Okay, cool.
You don't even need to add a plus.
Do I have space? I'm taking a slice,
Close.
Okay.
hopefully at his head with
And
the
that's
blade.
3d6 fire damage.
That's as much as we can say because that's not
Uh,
copyrighted.
Do I should I look? 3d6 fire damage
Okay.
on a hit.
It is a me.
Glorio. Hey, yo, it's me.
Yo, it's me, Florio.
5, 4, 9. Do I add anything? No.
9. Okay.
Cool.
No, you don't add anything to that one.
It's a rolling scale
So-
between 3 and 18, so.
It's a large scale.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can see this is a wooden mannequin mimic. So this attack
Yeah.
cuts it deep, and you can actually see it's actually little burning embers a little bit. This looks like it took a little bit more damage from your fire spell than you thought it would.
Good. Okay.
Like I said, you guys thought I was a
Anything
murderer
else?
here.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I have my mage hand, right? And so I can crapper jacks. I don't have.
That's spell?
You're just gonna
That's a
say
level
that.
4 spell. We
You
don't
have the
access to that
cutest
yet.
swear words.
I swear enough for everybody here.
I
Honestly.
want to take using mage hand my ring after I get back down to the floor. I want to take mage hand and grab a torch off the wall
Okay.
and light him up with it.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is a bonus action to extend your hand out and grab the torch.
Okay.
You wouldn't have the range and dexterity of movement to bring it over and light him up on this turn.
Okay.
But you are with a mage. Well, hold on, because mage hand is concentration. You currently have flame blade.
Can't do.
Ooh.
Can't do both.
Can't do.
Can't do.
Can't do. Okay. So that's a no-no.
Worth a try.
Okay.
Worth a try, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping
You
it's
realize
not
that if you were to do that, you would kind of lose concentration on this. So it depends what you want to do, but I would assume hold on to the flame blade.
right.
Okay.
Powers. Magic.
And Raucus did his turn already. So Dyrus, you're up.
Huh. So, with dark vision, I can see 60 feet in dim or low light.
Yes.
I can see Raucus, and he got attacked when he checked the thing, right?
Yeah. And you heard him go, ah, shit!
Okay.
Is this thing fucking wood?
Is that oak?
So I'm going to.
Wood armor just punched me.
I'm
Bit.
going to.
Even worse.
I'm gonna prop this guy against the wall.
Okay.
And just say, wait here, and I'm going to run. I can make it. I counted. I have 45 feet of movement, so I'm gonna run, basically this way. Jump up here.
Okay.
Mid run, I'm taking my sword out, taking a slash at this thing
Gotcha. Okay, so
as I get there.
and you come down over the top of Raucus's head, bring your sword down on top
Yep.
of him.
And you cut Ruckus.
There's a
to
crit
0.
miss.
And you cut Ruckus to 0.
Oh crap.
Which was always the plan because I was just using my bonus action to get my offhand attack.
Right.
Yeah.
You distract with the sword. Again, another.
Time.
Ah! Whack.
Is that why the
My sword
made
is
that
actually
way?
not meant for fighting. That's what you guys don't notice.
See, it's a wooden
I
sword spray
noticed.
painted silver.
I totally fuck up the sword, and that's I run up, I swing with my left hand the sword, but then I follow that up with a straight punch. I'm trying to discern a weak point on it, because that's Panther fighting is focusing all the point, all into one point. So that is a 13 to hit.
13 does not hit, unfortunately. With the ceremonial armor, you go to strike it, and it just kind of just kind of moves its head back. You barely swipe against it, but do not hit it.
Indeed. And I go, all you.
You gave a good distraction, though.
That's all I wanted.
Xanier, you are up.
Alright, so I see these guys taking this guy down. I'm gonna turn and shoot this fucko.
Okay.
Oh man, I can't
you
wait to
see
hear the
his-
explosion of a gun in this narrow thing.
You see the chest of the wooden mannequin is still sort of crackling and embering from the strike of the flame blade.
Yeah.
So you ready your gun, get him in your sights. Go ahead and make an
His
attack.
rifle.
Crit miss. Cool.
So with a crit miss, you hear your gun jams.
Oh!
I'm actually so happy about that. Not because it's you, because it would be super
Oh,
loud.
yeah, I know.
You hear, you feel your gun jam and you go, shit.
Fucking ocean.
You know that is a bullet down.
Yep.
And you also know that it is going to take an action on your turn next time to clear that chamber.
Yep.
Garrett, it is your turn.
Okay. So,
Do I hear that?
What?
His bullet.
You hear him. Shit.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Okay. So I am going to cast Hunter's Mark on this guy right there.
Okay.
And I'm going to charge him, and I'm going to attempt to swing at him with my long sword, two-handed.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he
Go
just
ahead.
makes it right in front.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong guy too. Yeah, you
Charge.
make it, no problem.
Nope. That's an 8.
That does not hit.
Man, we all
You
suffer
cha-
from
you
that.
charge.
Standing.
You're doing great.
No, it's all you. It's you two. Carries. Hard carry.
You charge two hands, and the mimic. You go to swing underneath. As you go, the mimic just with his shield knocks it out of the way.
Ah, crap.
Leon, you are up.
Level 3.
Alright.
Level 3.
I'm gonna help the soldiers that are on the front line.
Okay.
My only
Use fire.
my only concern is protecting Belgamine.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I've been looking at my spells this whole time. I'm still unsure what they do.
Which spell are you trying to use?
You know I used the cleric, right? You can ask me.
I know. I'm just trying to read up.
It's actually perfect
The
that we
seating
have.
arrangement.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm just
Cleric. Normally you'll be
Oh,
over
yeah, he's
there.
the rogue too,
Druid.
so we just trade information.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna use bless.
There you go.
I have as barbarian, so I know all barbarian stuff.
I'm gonna use bless at a second level,
Oh,
so I
shit.
can do it
I
on
am-
4 creatures. So
Oh.
our 4
I
boys
have
and
no
girls
idea
on the
what
front line
No, you
like
don't
it.
need that.
get a
I am
D4 to all their checks.
Hell yeah.
And you're also helping me a
Yeah,
lot.
but so you
That's
have
fair.
And attack rolls.
I will.
An attack
I'm
roll?
happy to help. As long as it doesn't kill
You
me.
guys pay attention? All 4 of you get.
You guys are blessed.
D4 to,
All 4?
Yep.
Yeah.
I cast as a second level.
Did you say bless up or?
That's
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
schmoozle
Did
right
not.
there.
I would never say that.
To
What
attack
what
rolls
do
to
you
take
say when you
rolls.
cast it though?
I literally couldn't think
Fuck.
Fucking stop sucking dick.
There we go. That's what he'd say.
I cast upon you.
Raucus is the only guy that hit anything.
You're all disappointing me.
Oh shit! And I'm gonna use Shield of Faith since that's a bonus action
disappoint my mom.
on Rowdy Raucus because I respect his drinking and he seems to be tough on the front line. So you
I
give
could use
him
the help.
plus 2 AC.
Oh.
I could definitely use that help.
This is the second campaign in a row he's gotten bonus AC.
Yep.
Did you rage on your turn? No. Okay.
So I'm done.
Okay.
How come when Dragons had a drinking problem, everybody was like, "Oh, you have a problem"?
And,
Because this is a new rowdy group.
Also, Drekus was really small.
If
He was an
possible,
elf. He's
since I didn't use my
gigantic.
move, I'm gonna kind of push Spellgaming behind me.
I
Like
could
say,
Yeah, that's fine.
cure myself of the drunkenness. It was
So
fine.
you're a volcano.
Alright, this guy unabated.
2 L's.
5.
Oh, cool. He's not trying to murder me.
No, he's
Oh,
trying to.
he's trying to murder Minx.
He is trying to murder Minx. So we
Oh,
have,
what? Hey, come back here.
I got those like cat.
Do I get a attack of opportunity on him or no?
huh?
I think
Can
you
we
went
run
around.
past
No,
No.
he was over here. He was more than 5 feet.
Oh, damn it.
So we have a
Sorry.
What if I whip him?
bite attack on Phelan,
10 foot reach?
It's never gonna get old.
No, that's offhand.
bite attack on Raucous, and he's actually going to use his weapon on you. Sword attack on you.
Oh.
Bring it, punk!
So 3 attacks.
Oh,
First
sword.
on Phelan.
Suck my ass.
That is a. Oh man, that's really low.
I'll take a look.
How low can
It's
you
a 10.
Apparently not low enough. I'm 14.
Okay. So
Yay.
10 misses.
See what
On Raucous. That's a. Okay, 20.
Yeah, alright.
Do you have 8 more Shield of Faiths for him, or?
I can use
I don't,
6.
I don't think that stacks.
Another 5 points of bite damage. And then on you, he raises this. Actually, now that you get a closer look, this is actually what he's holding in his hand is a really nice longsword as he kind of lifts it up, right down at you.
And off your corpse!
Oh, he might be taking your stuff off your corpse. 'Cause that's a 20.
Cool, bring it on.
It's a crit.
Bring it on.
That is only 8 slashing damage.
Law of averages.
And then this guy on Minx. Wow, he actually misses. Minx,
Yay!
Minx with his cat-like reflexes
Damn right.
dodges back at the last second as the creature comes in for a bite attack.
Are they cat-like, or are they just a cat?
They are cat-like.
Oh, alright.
They are humanoid cat hybrids.
How you?
The reflexes, though.
Tabaxi.
We gotta stop with the human-animal hybrids.
We have to continue with the human animal hybrid.
Listen,
I
old
once
President
played
George W. Bush will not like that.
in
Does
4th
he
edition.
say
I once played a bunny person.
You did?
Like,
Concerned.
yeah, it was called a Hyangaki or something like that.
Kangyoki.
Bless you.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So I should be sneezing this whole time.
Did you say no?
But
Keith?
something like
Bless
that. Yeah, I had my ears tied in like a headband or like a ponytail.
Nerd.
That sounds painful.
It was, but I could take pink, so I don't give a fuck.
Oh!
There you go.
Sorry, that was really loud.
Yeah, he was.
My ear.
Raucous and Phelan, you guys are up.
So is like
No,
Babs
no,
your god,
I feel-
or?
Yeah.
No, no.
Okay,
Lola,
so
Lola.
Raucous.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Raucous is pretty irritated.
She
by
did her
all
hair
the
to-
missing.
Or her
Okay.
first.
So he's gonna use reckless attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna give a fuck about defending myself anymore. I'm
Fair
gonna
enough.
get advantage.
Don't worry, I got
I'm
that
gonna
covered.
get an additional attack.
Go
Oh
ahead.
my god, I
so
love
I'm
it.
gonna take a first swing at the guy in front of me.
Plus D4
And a D4, yep.
And a D4.
on each one.
On each one, yeah.
4. Alright, so it'll be 13 plus 18.
18 hits.
Yeah.
So 18 hits. Now do I get the D4 on the attack roll?
On the damage, no.
Every
Nah.
only attack, only to hit.
Oh!
Max damage?
That's
Yeah.
max.
Oh, he did.
12, 15.
15. Crack! You smack this thing as hard as you can with your hammer, just pissed off that nobody else is carrying their weight right now. The arm holding its shield actually splinters off as you shatter down on it. And you can see it's just made of wood. And before, where it was moving and light, it is now limp and on the
Yeah.
ground. The creature's still alive, but its AC dropped because it dropped its shield.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Sweet.
alright, so I'm
And
gonna
the
use
disembodied voice says, "Finish him."
one more swing with the
Well, I freeze him and then I rip his head off, throw it at his body.
Alright,
Hell
so
yeah.
It's 17.
Hits?
You mean you don't kick him into the depths of hell?
I play Sub-Zero.
That's fair. Respectful.
Now I'm ripping your head off and I'm throwing it
Okay.
at your body. Suck it.
12.
Or you just come out, throw
40-year-old
it
virgin, right?
That's
Yeah.
fine.
3. No, it's 3.
Such a good scene.
11. Sorry.
Slice him in half.
Okay, you
Math, am I right?
11 damage again. Holy shit.
you shatter the one arm,
Yep.
and then you swing the hammer around and just boom, hit it from the other side.
Nice, nice.
You watch as it cleave the hammer itself The force of the impact breaks this arm,
God.
shatters through this torso, and the mimic crumples to the ground lifeless.
Yeah, he does.
That's why we call him Rowdy Rocket.
It's true.
I call that. I do.
You do have advantage on any attack rolls against Rocket.
Gotcha. Phelan, did you go?
No, I did not. So the guy in front of me, I'm going to still use Flame Blade.
Green Flame Blade!
Woo!
So I'll roll
Flame.
to attack, right?
Yeah.
It's a
Can you chill?
21. Wait, yes,
No.
no, yes.
Calm
What is
down,
it?
Plus 5.
girl.
Plus 5.
Wait, you didn't even roll your d4.
So it's 23. Oh yeah.
I don't think you need it, but
24.
Oh, you're super
24.
good.
Just barely hits. Go ahead and
I have no
roll damage.
shot
I
to.
am, I am
You
plus.
needed the D4. That's what really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Modified it.
So does it hit? No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I know. I'm teasing. Sorry. Okay. I'm getting too excited. Full of myself. I'm gonna roll a 1 here. So now I use Flame Blade and it's 3d6.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
All ones.
Perfect.
No ones. 0 ones. Oh, that's
Wow,
not ones.
11 and
I wish I
plus
saw
2
the-
is 13.
13.
And you don't hit.
All fire.
Oh, yeah. You bring the sword again this time. Since you're small,
Yeah.
you try the jump attack again. This time you bring the sword up, and you bisect the mannequin straight down the middle. Both sides catch into fire. Unfortunately, you do ruin the armor that was adorning it. But either way,
Too big for me.
dead.
And I see that, right?
Yeah.
At least the tiny one can hold her own.
Shut up! Shut up!
Dyrus.
You should ruin
Okay.
my weapon
Can I
right now.
take a
Shut up.
movement?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Before that, I'm going to. Who is these people?
That is
That's
You're the reason why
Leon.
this place-
Leon,
And that's
Xanier,
Daniel and Minx.
Minx.
He looks pretty. They're probably pretty sick.
Oh, sure.
Can I? How many? I have 25 feet, right? So these
Yeah.
are 5.
You would know from just traveling with him the past, half a day or so. He does not have a weapon on him, Minx.
Minx?
So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
I got him covered.
Yikes. And so diagonal works the
Same.
same way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Same.
These guys would have him.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
I'm just
well,
letting you
yeah.
know.
I take a quick look. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Okay.
25. question
Yep.
mark?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Even though I'm in your way now. You can just
Okay.
step over me.
Dyrus, you're.
Yeah, sure.
I did that before.
I have 2
Poke my head
questions.
over it.
Okay.
Do I recognize the armor?
The armor, yeah. This is the armor they used to use in Anbatol, which is the capital, essentially, or the old capital of Andrasir. This was used primarily to guard the Jezere, or the ruling class.
Yep.
A long time ago. Different style of armor now, different ruling class entirely.
But I would know that because of my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. So. And also, second question: the mannequins are hollow on the inside,
They are
or
not.
solid wood?
It's solid wood, but it's not a very hefty wood.
Okay,
It's
it's like
think
plywood.
more like balsa. Almost.
okay.
It's pretty
Then I should use my
pliable.
bolas. No, I'm gonna rush over this way. I have like a million movement.
Yeah.
Does Minx count as an ally?
Minx is not threatening him in combat since he's unarmed.
Okay.
So for the purposes of flanking, no.
Okay. So I'm gonna swing at him with my sword,
Okay.
hoping Raucus is looking. Nope. That's another
Don't
one.
look! Don't look!
Raucus is looking.
This sword is fucking trash, dude. But then I throw a fist because again, the sword is just a distraction. It's all an illusion. The sword is just fake.
The decoy weapon.
So I swing again, and he's not even looking, so it's not distracting him. He's looking the other way,
Right.
but I'm still
He's just
distracting
kinda-
him. So I'm just like, boom, and I try to punch it in the back of the head.
Okay.
Another one.
That's
Better?
a 20 total.
Hits.
Okay, cool.
Much more effective.
What do you mean?
She stopped using that sword.
That's only 4 damage.
Okay.
Bludgeoning.
You reach up and you find in between where the helmet and the armor on the back meet.
Yeah.
And you just take your knuckle and just whack right in the middle, and the wood actually a little
Did
bit
someone
just
just knock
splinters.
on the door?
Got him.
Yes.
4
Got
damage, you said?
4 total, yeah.
I don't remember. Can you replace a move with a bonus action?
Only rogues can do
Only
that
rogues,
as
okay.
a bonus action to dash.
Gotcha.
Or I can do a key point to do it, I think, but
Xanier, yes.
step of the wind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to clear the weapon jam.
Okay. You take a minute. You're like, "Fuck you! throw open the chamber, pull the round out. It's punctured. It's useless. It didn't fire. So you throw it. Take another round.
I blame the ocean.
Use your bonus action to load it as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Can't tell you
Clear
how
the
much I
jam.
blame the ocean for my
Check
problems.
the slide. You're good. It seems like on your next turn you'll be able to fire.
Okay.
Down to 10 bullets though.
Okay.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Garrett, you're up.
Alright.
Molly Whoppin'.
One hand longsword, one hand whip.
Okay.
I need another D4 now, whatever. I'll just roll something.
I feel like a whip at close range is so funny to watch.
Nope, longsword.
It is. But technically it doesn't grant disadvantage. It's not a ranged
I
weapon.
know, yeah.
Do you guys know
Oh, you
that
know
end
what it
of
was.
the whip
It's right there.
breaks
You
the
saw it.
sound barrier?
Yes.
Yeah. That's the
That's the
Yeah, I
snap.
learned that this summer at the Renaissance Fair.
Kevin,
Or if you watch Friends, hoo-wah-pa!
say hi to Trumpet Rich
So
for him.
the
I,
longsword was a 5.
I see his leprechaun.
Longsword was
Oh, yeah.
5?
But
Okay.
the whip
She
was
said
a
hello.
15.
He also
Okay,
said
15 hits.
Cover
Okay.
Christian's ugly face with that helmet.
No.
So,
Yeah, we can.
because I didn't get the damage on
That's
my
okay.
longsword from
Rich,
Hunter's
you
Mark to get it on my
They can
whip,
see the
right?
helmet.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I moved it over.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't in the shot.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, we gotta
8 points
of
do a better
damage.
job covering that.
Yeah.
That is a solid whip.
Is it? I missed it.
8 points of damage.
Damn.
Nice, nice.
Leon.
Shit.
Seeing that Minx is unarmed and not a fighter,
Don't do that.
God, that's about
I'm gonna
Yeah,
cast
there we go.
Sanctuary on him.
if they're gonna
Okay.
Oh,
Is
nice.
Sanctuary a concentration?
No, it's
No.
not.
Oh, damn.
And it's a bonus
Wow.
action. When he's under attack, any creature who targets him must roll a Wisdom save. On a
Oh, they're
fail,
not
he
good at
must
that.
either change the target or not attack.
They're not good at wisdom, so that was smart that you did that.
So I'm gonna step up to here, and I'm gonna teach this mook a lesson. Just pop him on the head.
There it is.
Gotcha. Go ahead and bob him.
Go ahead, Bob.
Natural 19.
Oh. Roll for bob damage.
Roll for Bob. Roll for Bob.
We're rolling for
Bob.
This is for you, Bob.
Boom, 5 damage.
Okay.
5 damage, Bob. Keep that in mind.
Right in the face. Oh wait, I got double attack. Oh wait, no, it's a bonus action.
Yeah, yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Gotcha.
Okay. Enemies 1 is up. After taking the strike from behind, he was gonna turn and fight you, but then he got
Then he got
bopped in the head. He's like, "Ugh." And it comes at you. And the one in front
Good
of
choice.
Garrett is just still going to attack him.
Bring it
How much
on.
HP do you have?
So one
Oh,
on
I'm still full.
No, yeah, but what's your
13.
first
I'll
on
make you
Leon.
Full of
More,
That
more than
is
double.
a 18 to hit.
Just hits.
More than double, and you were in the acid for like an hour.
Oh, I healed myself. No worries.
I know, it's so funny.
Yeah, that
Damn.
Was, that was painful.
You take 1 point of damage
Fuck.
from the
Nice.
bite.
What am I gonna do?
You're dead.
-1.
He can read that.
Same thing
I
for
missed that.
you. Not a bite this time, a slash.
Bring it on.
And that is, oh man, 23.
Can you wear that to the next
Yeah.
island?
I mean, I could.
In October.
23 hits.
Yeah, believe it or not. Oh.
No one would probably be surprised.
5
Okay.
slashing damage.
I'm gonna show you the helmet my buddy made me from Canada. He made me work
I'm
inside.
having
What
fun.
am I with you? What are you doing?
What do you mean? What am I doing?
It looks great in the camera.
I'm having a good time. That's what
I
I'm
didn't
doing.
Fair
realize
enough.
He had it fully on until I looked at the camera.
Tonight's gonna be a good night.
Phelan's in
Phelan,
front of
I'm-
Rocket, so you go ahead with
Phelan and Raucus.
So I am trying to attack this guy. I can
Okay.
attack over
You can.
that
Yeah.
person.
Yes, you are to the side of them. You can.
That person. Excuse me.
That's rude.
Flame blade.
Flame blade.
Flameblade
that.
Flameblade MVP right now.
Okay.
It really is.
These gnomes, man. No respect.
Two,
Still double digits.
13. Do I
it.
add
Everyone's
stuff?
holding
Plus
their own.
5.
I got nothing
Plus,
against it.
yeah, plus 5.
What is the plus 5 from
So
Flame
it's your spell attack bonus, which is your
Yeah.
wisdom plus proficiency, which is 2
Yeah.
or 3, so plus 5.
blade? Oh, because I'm using spells.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that
But you
is.
got good.
Sorry.
That's a what?
Last
18
time, my spell- my
11
spell
plus
was
2 plus 5.
Hits.
Yes.
Turn that off,
15.
please.
hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay,
See it in
great.
the corner of my eye.
That's not my problem. I'm wearing a helmet. What are you gonna hit me?
It's got a point there.
Wow, damn.
Chill.
4, 5, 6. Bling bling. CeeLo.
Good God.
15.
Jesus Christ.
Uh,
I mean, the Syrah. Jesus.
CeeLo, man.
Um,
Bring me back to like fucking 4th grade.
with
Great. You were playing Seal?
I wasn't, I just watched
with
it.
dexterity you didn't even know
My
you
friends
had.
were gamblers.
You bring the blade around like this and then just kind of
You've
right
been
through
watching
the middle.
me use my sword, I get it. It's, you know.
You
Yeah, she looked
you
like
managed to
Matt to do
pierce
by
right
watching
in
me use
between
your sword.
the ending of the chest armor and the greaves on the mannequin, and as you pierce through, you just kind of turn it a little bit, and the flame gets a little bit brighter, and you just and you murder it.
Can I say to myself, Geppetto's gonna love this story?
God damn it. Are these things considered like living creatures or like magical manifestations?
Mimics? I have to actually look that up. I don't think I copied that information.
I feel like they're not alive.
They're sentient creatures. They are alive, but I don't think they're.
But they're not natural.
No,
I would say. Yeah. Okay.
Just because you don't understand them doesn't make them not alive, you piece of
I don't know what they're considered.
They're also nerfed to shit for this fight.
I mean,
We'll say they are. Yeah, they're fiends.
Okay.
I was thinking fiends too. I'm not 100%.
It's a living creature that
Okay, yeah.
disguises itself as a.
Yeah.
Then Leon would want to kill these things. Okay, cool.
That's
so perfect.
see,
Oh,
we're on the
absolutely.
same page.
Absolutely.
Kill monsters, don't kill people.
So that was the Flame Blade
Kill
MVP.
everything.
Raucus, go ahead.
That's a good
I'm
page. I like
gonna-
that page.
Actually, the only other contender for MVP, Raucus.
Yeah, I mean, right now, yeah.
I for sure I'm gonna knock that over.
No, you're good. I'll
I vote
Where do you want
baby
to go? Over here?
MVP for this fight.
It's true.
Nice.
I think
I'm
everyone's
just gonna
gonna
try and
die,
come
but
down
really
with the hammer.
Go ahead, knock him out the box.
You get a bottle.
Is this
This is gonna be one hell of a bop.
We bobbed.
just letting you know? With is this reckless again?
Oh, do I have to? I thought it was just reckless until.
sugar.
Or do I choose?
No, you choose every
Yeah,
attack.
you
Oh,
talk.
I
you
choose
say if
every
you want to do
time.
reckless.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, it's reckless.
Okay.
Carry your D4.
Yeah, I do.
Oh damn. Multiple
Oh,
D4s.
that looks like a hit.
That is natural 19
Hits.
Oh wow.
plus 2 with the D4. All right. So
Plus death.
Plus proficiency. Like 70. Is that a hit?
So we have 5, 8 damage.
Nice.
Okay.
Is that it? Did you do
You
it?
bring you whack right to the side of the head. Dong.
I take one more.
Okay.
Oh shit. Somebody stop this guy.
Natural 19 again.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Those dice loaded?
And
That's an 11.
11, 12, 13, 14.
14.
Oh.
God damn.
Whatever level it is that he gets another 1920 crit, that would have been beautiful right there.
If he takes that pass.
So with the first hit, you actually like
Berserker. I already
Oh, you
chose.
chose Berserker? Okay, then yeah.
Yeah.
with the first hit, you actually like splinter the neck a little bit on one side. Second hit, you bring it around, splinter the neck on the other side. He's just barely holding on.
Oh man.
My time is now.
Double crit
Honestly.
miss.
Hit him with the sword.
I'm a fucking crit miss, so.
Hit him with the sword.
Doesn't matter. as long as
No,
you
I'm
get
actually
punching damage.
seeing this and seeing that his attention is on Leon. I'm gonna get behind him again and try to aim for that same spot on the back of his head.
Okay.
Because now seeing that his neck is basically hanging on by a thread, I'm gonna scoot over this way
Okay.
and do a spinning heel kick.
Okay.
Got the flank.
Hitting him with the black mass.
Trying to hit, yeah, basically, but to the back of the neck.
Okay.
It's a black mass Kinshasa.
Gotcha.
I like it.
So I get advantage for flanking.
Yes.
It's a lot of things.
Wrestling
That's
term.
the greatest I saw last night.
Did
That
you?
is a
What'd you say?
13, 18.
18 hits.
Okay.
What did you watch?
Nice.
Greatest roll.
That is 5 bludgeoning damage.
What was
Hacha.
Describe your murder.
Murder's a strong word, but yeah. Well,
I want
I like to think that the wood. You said the wood is splintered on both sides from the
And
hand,
a little
right?
bit damaged in the back. So yeah, the
from
neck.
what I dented in the back.
Right.
So I'm thinking that it could just pop off with like a thing. So I just spin around and throw my heel, boom, right to the back of the neck, and just have the head kind of tumble off.
So
if
as you aim the
past
kick,
Minx, hopefully.
as you aim the kick, you come around and you actually get really good extension on the leg. It comes up a little bit and just whack comes down.
I like it.
As you hit that
Backward
point
crescent kick, yeah.
Nice.
between the 3 weak points of the neck, the head just kind of the body moves forward, but the neck just,
Yep.
and the still hanging on but barely by splinters. The body just crumples to the ground.
And then I just take the sword from my left hand and I just stab it into it.
Okay. No reaction from the stab, but
Yes.
right through.
You somehow hit the floor.
That's fine.
And you guys are out of combat.
Ooh.
Well, that was spicier than Grandma's 3-year regatta.
Spicy though.
You've never had my grandma's regatta.
I love it. I love
Oh.
That is amazing. Darius, thank you for proving that you at least hardened the blade.
I am called Dyrus.
Darius.
But
He's just
Yes,
disgusting.
I-
He's
well-
not gonna call your name correct.
I haven't had it very long. I'm still learning with it. I've had these my whole life, and these are my primary weapons.
No, that is definitely going to save your life.
Uh,
Because if it's the blade, you're gonna be dead.
I'm still learning.
Jesus.
No, that's accurate. I appreciate.
Raucous tells it like it is.
And hey, coming from what appears to be one of the better fighters here, I accept that criticism and I will definitely consider it.
Raucous, my man, I gotta say, I thought my bopping was good. Yours is on a whole nother level, man. You gotta teach me your secrets.
You're what?
Your bopping. You know, you got your hammer, mace, and you
I like bopping.
bop. It seems like your thing. You might make a career out of it.
I'm good at
I prefer
bopping.
the twisted personally. It's just,
Oh my god.
Well, let's bibbity boppity
Is
get
this
out
guy
of here.
is-
That's a great idea. Let's get
That's what I was
I
thinking.
moved back over to these guys.
Oh, yeah.
Is
And
the asshole taking them hostage?
Oh, yeah, how's,
how's that going?
He
How's
is.
that guy doing?
He.
he's probably.
and I sheath the
You
sword.
you actually notice when you guys return back, he has, even though he is injured, he has taken himself and placed him in front of
Oh,
Belgamine and the young woman and crying baby.
nice.
Good guy pirate.
Just to kind of, he's like, I couldn't do much, but at least they'd have to go through me first.
I just put both my hands on his shoulders after I sheath my sword. I put my hands on his shoulders. I'm just like, you've done good.
And then he shanks you.
Oh, I thought you were gonna shoot him.
No.
What's up?
Do we have a healer?
Yeah,
Right
oh,
now,
yeah, we
yeah,
do,
it would
but,
be,
yeah. I'm a little tired, but I can manage a little bit. Who's the
yeah.
most hurt?
Well, hold on, real quick before we get into that. Didn't you say something about a timer?
Oh shit!
We
Yeah.
should leave this room. Grab the armor, whoever can.
Well, I actually want to see how that sword. the long
Grab
sword-
whatever you can and get out of here.
Longsword? Okay. Is that the only thing you're grabbing?
Well, I see what else is there, but that caught my eye.
There's the armor on the bodies. 3 armors are still available. If you guys want to take some time, you can collect those.
Can't wear it.
As little time as possible, hopefully.
I'll
I
I'll
agree.
call over the pirate guy if he wants to throw some armor on.
Gotcha.
But I think the timer might have been for the mimics. But we can't be for
We
sure.
can't-
Can't be
yeah,
Oh,
sure.
is it still glowing?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, sorry.
Actually, you can see. You specifically looked.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The rune is no longer glowing.
Oh,
I think we're good.
I think we're okay.
And then the cave collapses.
Is the exit open? Is the exit open? Is it?
Which one?
There
is
are
the exit?
2 exits
Oh
out.
shit!
the one we
Yeah.
came through, the one.
Well, we should
There's
definitely
one there,
split
one
up.
here.
That's my suggestion.
Let's split up, Scooby Gang.
Damn it! I was gonna make the reference, you piece of shit.
Get
See, I-
quicker.
I
Yield
would like
out of the
Raucous
mistake.
and Leon to come with me.
I am in agreement on that one. Belgamine as well, though.
I clear
Yes.
my throat.
We need someone that can hang with.
Oh,
You know,
Yeah, we need someone
I
to take care of these
damage with them.
removes.
Phelan, I think it'd be wise. They'll need your protection.
Okay, I want to explore this
Wait,
stuff
we're
before
not.
we
We're
leave.
not really splitting up though.
Oh
No,
no!
we
no.
I
Definitely.
was joking.
No.
Can I only
for-
suggest we
and-
take the path that leads straight on this way?
I think
Because that's
we're
our best
just-
chance of getting out of this
You
cave
can-
as fast as possible.
You can divide it up amongst everybody, depending on who wants to take what, but I'll tell you what you get now if anybody wants to write it down. You take some time to loot this room. There are only a couple bottles of good alcohol. What
One
you can
person
assume-
keeps track of our inventory.
What you can assume is rum.
Because, yeah.
How many
Having
bottles?
everyone write
Exactly?
it down doesn't work.
What's up?
How many bottles
Yeah.
exactly?
2 bottles.
Okay.
How about that?
Well, the
2
only
bottles
thing
of
I write down
2
is-
bottles of rum.
Raucous can hold it up.
3 ceremonial
Your belly?
armor pieces. Don't offer a lot to AC, but you're not sure what else they have on them.
Well, 2,
How
because
many?
we gave one to.
One
the
bottle,
pirate
3
guy.
armor.
Oh,
I did.
oh, okay. He
So,
puts it on gladly.
2 sets of armor.
2 sets of
What
armor.
happened?
I gave our pirate guy one of the armor
Oh, so
pieces.
2 sets of armor then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2 bottles of rum.
2 bottles of rum.
Oh.
2 sets of armor. A long sword, fairly ornate.
Yeah, I'll take
And what else was there?
Any gunpowder?
Make an. You guys are taking the time to like check everything in the room.
I'm going to, yes.
Okay.
I'd like
Whoever
to
is
go.
checking, so you and Raucous and Phelan, all make investigation checks.
Ooh, that's not good.
God damn it.
4.
Yeah. Hold on, investigation. That should be 5 for me.
So is it a real blade or is it
Yeah,
just
it's
like
5 for me. Son of a bitch.
17.
a presentation?
No, no,
Oh,
this is a real blade.
First roll on the new D20. Terrible.
What did you say?
Me?
Yeah.
17.
17.
I'm all jacked up after that fight, and I'm at 4. I'm not paying attention.
The rage is still going.
I'm all
Um,
hooked up on Minotaur.
It was on last night.
Oh,
Oh.
so you guys look around the room and you don't really find much else. 2 bottles of rum, ceremonial armor, sword. Phelan, when you are walking around the room, as you pass by this wall over here, this solid wall over here,
Yeah.
yes, you feel
Oh, sorry.
you feel a draft
Ooh.
right as you pass around here. You feel a draft coming from the wall.
High, low, or just in general?
Just in general.
Okay.
I mean, right now it's pretty low, just
I did-
because that's where
oh,
you're located.
Okay. I don't know Rox's name yet, I don't think. But I know
I
Garrett.
keep calling you tiny one. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you big guy.
Okay, we have
That's a good
another
dynamic.
we have another Dracus Roland situation going on.
Yeah.
For now.
Hey,
Call him big guy.
and Garrett, is this you?
I feel like it's more like Freak the Mighty, but
Oh, we're
Honestly,
okay.
Garrett, big guy.
Yep.
There's something over here.
What do you mean?
What
What
do
do
you
you mean
got?
by something?
Come over and see. It's like a wind or a draft over here.
I walk over.
Could be anything.
Alright.
What are we looking at here?
She kind of shows you where she's feeling the wind. She kind of shows you where she's feeling the wind.
I love you.
What did you roll, out of curiosity?
10. It would have been 11.
10? Okay.
I rolled a 19.
19.
Strong gust on that side.
So, Raucus just kind of takes a look at it for a second and goes, windy wall. I don't know.
Now hold on.
Garrett, on the other hand, you kind of like start picking at the rocks on the wall a little bit, start fumbling around with your investigation check, and as you pick away one small rock, it just kind of, and you look into the hole, and you see there is a room beyond this one.
Huh.
And it's full of.
Can I see anything in the room?
You can actually. You can see as you look in,
full
there is a
of-
narrow hallway that leads down about 10 feet
Okay.
before opening up into a little bit larger room. But in the room, you do see sitting snugly, big ass chest against the back wall.
Oh!
yo, you should open that.
Yeah.
I'm not there.
Could be more rum.
Do I also see
Could
this?
be more of these bastards.
After he like pulls his head away, he goes, "There's something in there." You look
Yeah, I
in and
realize.
you can see.
Got a little chest in there.
A chest.
If it's anything,
There could be anything.
hold
there.
on.
Like a boat.
I'm going to use
You know if
my
you wanted one of
divine
those.
sense on the
Like
chest.
books. What are you
Divine
saying?
sense.
Yes.
That'll tell you if there are any fiends, aberrations,
Fiends,
Undead.
undead,
undead.
all that type of stuff within 30 feet
30
of me?
feet, yeah.
Gotcha.
Or
You are
Either
within
way,
30.
yeah.
You are within 30 feet,
Yeah.
but no, you do not sense any fiends, aberrations, undead, or any otherworldly presence in this area.
Look for traps.
It's like, focus up real quick, just like, I think we're good.
Come on, like a boat.
Don't sense anything coming from that.
Shove right through the wall.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
So I give it a nice little swing.
So let's swing at the wall.
All right, make an athletics check.
Do it.
You can attack the wall easily. It's not moving.
21.
Yeah.
21. You
Yeah.
just kind of like, oh, little swing, sure. Whack! And
That's actually exactly what I meant by the little swing.
That's little for me.
you swing low so that the rest of the rock doesn't really have like
right at you.
a footing. So you swing low and just, and the rest of the rocks from above that they were sitting on just kind of, and you can see now there's about a 3-4 foot wide hallway, well lit. These torches have not gone out.
Super lit.
And yeah, down the way a little bit, you see a chest.
I take it I hear the rocks fall and everything.
Yep.
Okay.
We're doing some construction.
I'm gonna walk over here and see that they found a chest. And be like, okay, cool. And then I'm just gonna keep watching this. I mean, they found it. I'm not gonna be the guy like, oh, let me see. That's just rude.
Sure.
I'm gonna tumble my way in there unless anyone's got any.
It looks like the hallway was not built for me.
Check for traps.
It's a little small there for you, buddy.
I've done my part. Tell me what's in the chest.
There.
This
Okay.
way.
It's
Oh.
mine if it's rum.
I can't wait for the walls to just.
How about this?
You're
I'll
going
look
through?
high,
I'll pop
or
through.
I'll
Okay.
look high.
You're not checking for any traps or anything?
I will be very careful.
Garrett.
What?
Let me go with you, either in front of you or right next to you. I'll look low. You look high.
I like it.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Why do you
So
have to look low?
you wouldn't be able to really fit two people down the hallway at
like
the
the
same
bunk
time right
beds.
next to each other. So Phelan will walk low in first.
And then
Garrett
I'll
will
go
follow behind before him. You guys both make investigation checks as you're walking down.
Ooh, that's good.
Ruckus is watching.
17.
Hey.
You both feel pretty confident that this is not an area that was made for trapping. The wall was obscuring it fairly well, so you don't really you don't think anybody would trap this.
Yeah.
And you're looking at the walls and floor, and there's no runes. There are the runes on the backs of the torches, the Everlight rune, but nothing else.
Okay.
Just be at the ready. I'm gonna inch over. I'm gonna pull my sword. And is it locked? Do we see a lock on the chest?
It is locked.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll deliver it. Oh,
Is there a key anywhere nearby?
you might have to call your boy. into this one.
Not that you see. Really, it's just a standard chest. Not no nothing else in the
I
room.
want to see if maybe the lock is old and then you just open it, or if it's.
You can try and wedge your longsword in and like pry up to break the lock if you wanted. It's not. I mean, it looks old, but it doesn't look unsturdy. It doesn't look rusted or anything.
Hey, big guy, can I borrow that hammer real quick? Got a lock in here.
A lock, you say?
I'd ask you to come in here, but you know.
Upon hearing this, I turn around.
He's being honest, but will he
I
actually
walk
do
up
it?
to Rocket, and I go, I got this, don't worry. And I walk over to the chest, and I'm going to try to pick the lock.
You're not a hammer, but I'll take it.
Thank you.
Go ahead and make a thievery. Wait.
These tools.
Sleight of hand to pick a lock, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sleight of hand.
Sleight of
Plus
hand.
proficiency. I'm assuming you're proficient in it.
Oh, fuck yeah, I'm proficient in that. That's a,
Oh,
that's a 23.
Okay. Xanier's like, hold on to the hammer, big guy. Walks down the hallway. Oh, it's a Remington 400.
That's a gun, but
I was
alright.
They make locks in this world, fucker.
I feel like it's a shotgun. Oh, it's a shotgun.
Oh!
My eyes!
All right, yeah.
My only weakness.
My eyes.
Bullets.
Buckshot to my eyeballs, the only weakness.
Drinkmaster, may have something.
Oh,
I don't care
you
what.
unlock it. No problem.
Okay. And then I'll move out of the way because, like I said, they found the chest, so.
Okay.
By all means.
Carefully, just let the sword kind of just
Beautiful.
flip open.
All right.
I'm
you-
looking directly into
And
whatever it
what are
is.
your last
Oh,
words?
You're
yeah,
looking
no, I was
directly
like-
into
I
the
am
chest.
like super excited about what's in
I would
here.
like pull her back, like just in case.
I'm just like, so what are your last words?
back it up real. Just
All
in
right,
case.
fine. Let's open it.
So he slides the sword in, lifts up. It's a good thing he pulled you back because had you been looking in the chest, you see immediately when the chest is opened, this cloud of whitish,
seen this coming.
this cloud of whitish dust just.
I immediately just cover my mouth.
I should also cover my mouth then.
I mean, I have
I take
my
my cloak and cover it like this.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
my,
just-
my things up to like my eyes anyway, so I don't know.
You don't know what this effect is. You just know that when it hits you, it stings your eyes, it stings your nose. It's,
I don't know, it's mustard gas.
and after the cloud dissipates, after a minute or so, you guys, and you look into the chest, and you find some goodies.
Goodies.
You find
Donuts.
Goodies.
Turnovers.
Dude, this has been sitting there forever. They're probably full of mold
you
now.
find
Fresh, actually.
4 books.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
That's what
All
Harry
There.
Potter 1 through 4, baby.
All
What?
4 books of awesome just happen to be sitting in this cave
4
in the first
books?
encounter.
3 what look like navigational maps
Nice.
or charts.
Ooh.
That'll help us.
A hefty bag filled with a nice amount of coin.
Is
Oh,
it Febreze?
I thought it was ointment.
Never mind,
Did you say
sorry.
Febreze?
Yeah, the hefty bag. Is it Febreze scented?
Oh yeah, I forgot that you
Wait,
said
what
that.
was it a hefty
Yeah,
bag
it's
full
great.
of? I was stuck on my
Hefty
throat.
bag
I got
full
it
of
now.
coins.
So,
Gold and silver, from what you can tell, a lot of gold.
so coin purse.
Are they like the
maps.
common trading like monies, or is it like old monies?
No, this is the money has not changed much in the past. This is within, you would say, the past 250 years. This gold is still good.
Okay.
So sorry. So
Because
the
you know,
coin
gold
purse,
goes bad.
Was the coin purse the
No,
maps
but
someone else?
it's coined
Printed.
differently.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry.
Like
Oh,
under an
navigation
old
tool
regime
plus
or
the
something.
maps.
Navigational charts, maps.
To some
Okay.
places.
Yeah, it's not
So the maps-
tools. It's just
So
the maps
coin
themselves.
purse,
Maps, coin purse, 4 books, and a very, very ornate silver dagger.
Ooh.
Is it too soon to ask what are the 4 books? What's written on the binding?
Spine too.
On the spines, you take a second to go through and look at them. What languages do you read?
I common, gnomish, and I thought they said we recognize dwarvish. Sugar. I should have checked.
You could recognize Dwarvish because Gnomish used the same letters,
Same-
but you wouldn't be able to read
Same
it.
letters,
Yeah.
and then my mother was a linguist, so I have some
It is Dwarvish.
dwarvish.
You can tell that these are written in Dwarven runes, but you try and read them and they don't make any sense. You're like, this one is... If I were to read this one as is, it would say Lampshade Street Fight. Like, it doesn't make sense.
To be fair,
Is that the new Charlie Bojangles album?
Lampshade Street Fight.
Lampshade Street
That
Fight?
could be
I'd
one of our
read that.
commercials.
And
Charlie
do we
Bojangles
can I get a gauge on how old these books might be?
Very.
Yeah,
Nice.
Pretty
Very.
old.
Plus 400 years.
Oh hell yeah, that's
Well,
cool.
Fools mixed fools.
So about this dagger,
Yeah,
is it like in a sheath or is it
it is.
out?
It's about, I would say, yay big. A nice looking
We're
knife.
touching on machete territory.
You know,
Almost. It's more like a hunting knife than it is machete. It is. You can tell right away. Actually, you wouldn't really know this. You wouldn't really know that. You can
Would
tell
I know it?
it's weighted very nicely. You can tell it's very light, and the handle has a metal bar
Knuckle guard.
wrapping around.
Do I,
Guard.
A knuckle guard. Yeah.
do I notice this?
Yes. You're in the room.
Oh, okay. I go. Garrett, was it?
Yeah.
Would you mind if I take a look at that dagger? Don't throw a knife.
Ow!
That's how people die.
We could have catching him.
Alright, so
That's how
Anybody
people
wanna-
die?
Does anybody want to do anything outside?
Not from the bullets going through their fucking head?
Does anybody
No.
want to do anything outside?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to Minx and Pirate Man.
I was gonna be involved in the conversation too. I was gonna
Can
talk to
I,
you when.
examine
But go ahead,
daggers
you
if
can
I know anything
do that
about it?
first.
Sure. Even just holding it with an investigate. Do you have identify as a spell?
I don't think I'm a rogue.
You're a rogue. Yeah, you don't have spells. It's a really, really pristine, well-kept dagger. Seems like for some reason, whatever sort of dirt or rust is accumulated on any of the other items in here hasn't latched itself to it.
It's definitely something special because it is still sticking around.
Yeah, I said, would you guys? I need a
Want to take
nice
quick breaks
side
and eat?
weapon for close combat when someone's 2 feet away from me.
I put that
Would it be
in.
alright?
Oh, thank you.
Can I take this?
I
mean,
figured we were going to
I
be
got
wrapping
the
up
sword.
soon.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's almost
I got
4.
the dagger.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Fail's okay if I take.
Yeah,
the
sure thing.
Sweet. So
Is it almost?
I'm gonna take the.
3:45. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You already have the out. We were
Right,
fighting
yeah, and I know
alcohol.
people are
Is
going
there
to leave,
more
so I'm going to be
alcohol?
wrapping
I don't know. He hasn't
But
said
like I
anything.
said,
nothing else
Yeah,
in this
10,
room as
15
far as
minutes.
alcohol
Okay,
goes.
so
even though I didn't recognize it.
No.
Okay,
Still nothing.
gotcha.
So is it okay with everyone?
Cryptic.
So
I'm gonna pack these bags up and books up, and then we can look at them outside.
Yeah. I'm gonna scoop up the map stuff too, so we can try and figure
yeah.
out where the hell we
I'm
are.
gonna leave the scimitar in here because I don't need that shit anymore. So
Okay.
I'm gonna take the dagger.
Yeah, I gave him the dagger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I have the long. I
And then
have
the
the
hefty
ornate
bag of
longsword.
gold and silver. Who's gonna
Oh.
carry that?
Is the ornateness of the longsword similar to the dagger, or are they different?
The longsword is different from the dagger.
Okay.
The longsword is still pretty nice, pristine, but it's not as shiny and it's not made of the same material
Okay.
as the dagger.
But they both seem to have shrugged off the rust of time kind of deal that's in here.
Yeah,
Okay.
generally,
No, not from General Lee.
Well, he stopped
General
himself.
Lee.
He was gonna say something.
Yeah, you don't salute General Lee.
He said generally
lost.
you know. So like
General Lee, you know?
Anytime I hear
it's,
those
it's a
first,
middle.
that the base word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that called? Root?
Yeah.
Maybe. I
the
don't
root
know.
word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What did you want
The
to...
rock-
I always go
First,
Yeah,
on.
you have to say right.
I want to come over, Dyrus. I gotta say, man,
What's up?
thank you for being one of the only ones to back up,
So this, I don't
the-
know if
the-
there is
the little
a
people,
special
you know?
that has the base stat.
not
Well,
the actual little people.
I was going to
Yeah,
say,
so
she
it's still-
clearly does not need backup, but...
No,
But I know what you mean.
Oh,
Yeah, her specifically does not need backup, but these
Yeah, 1d4.
these lot are either injured or...
Finesse, so it's
You-
dex
incapable
plus
at the
one
moment.
efficiency and
Dex,
then-
or strength, whichever.
you seem like like a reasonable man. I feel like I can actually trust you. And
I certainly
out of
can
all
be
the people.
reasonable.
I gotta say thank you, man.
I
Oh, you
appreciate
did. You know how to do the thing now.
I actually do it with my punching
Oh,
knuckles. like,
ow.
No, I don't punch you. I just
Oh, a little
that's-
less. You get
Oh, I'm sorry. It's force of habit.
Oh.
I've been doing that for a long time.
understandable. And Minx, I understand that you're not a man of combat. So if you'd like, I could offer you my protection. If you understand what
For
I'm
a
saying.
small fee.
For a small fee, you too can be protected.
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
I know you're going through a lot right now, but we want to make sure you get out of here so you can get yourself a new, bigger, better boat.
Of doom.
We. I will rebuild.
Exactly.
The Popo's dream will be better than ever.
The Pauper's dream.
And you see, this is the first time since someone's spoken to him about the ship that he is a light in his eye again. He's recovering, shrugging off the
Bless
effects. Oh. God damn it! I fall for it every time.
so good.
Did we get a gold?
But,
did we get a count of the money? Or?
No,
I
you
go
guys
to
gotta count it separately.
I go to pound Senor Minx.
He puts his paw out and just kind of rests it on top.
Good enough. I don't know what I expected from that.
He just wraps his tail around your arm. What? I don't, what? Where did
Now
you
it's
come
getting
from?
weird. I'm uncomfortable.
And
Please stop.
Pirate Man.
Vander.
What is it, Vander?
Vander.
Vader
Bandit.
with an N. Kidding, sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
I want to say thank you for putting your neck out. I know you didn't think you could offer much, but the action itself means a lot.
Not to get too deep into it, but you're welcome.
If you're looking for a new place to go, the Church of Nasira is always accepting new people.
At this, when you say that, Belgamin kind of shoots you a quick glance, like with her eyes wide open.
I know, right? Great idea.
Phenomenal.
You don't need to say it. I get it. Great idea. and I just look over at Vander and I say, everyone can change.
Start somewhere.
Gotta start somewhere.
I think we should scout out at least a little bit the entrance to the exit to the next cabin.
Let's wait for them to get out of that room, maybe, first.
As we exit the room,
Oh,
The go.
speak of the devils.
Speak of what? Where?
No,
I think we should take a
it's
rest.
a turn of phrase.
Take a rest
Oh.
real quick here for a second.
What's a turn of phrase?
It's a figure of speech.
You're not making any sense.
Do you guys want to take a short rest?
I definitely think we should take a fiver.
Everything seems kind of calm right now.
Can't
Like
help
6
me.
fivers, like a half
Like
hour.
30 or
Like a 30-minute if we need to estimate
Are you
time.
doing anything with your dagger during that short rest?
I want to inspect it and, get used to it and
Can I
stuff
take
like
a look
that.
at the dagger as well?
Absolutely. I mean, as long as you can ask him, yeah.
May I take a look at the dagger?
Sure.
See if I recognize it?
Oh, sure, yeah. I hand it to you.
You don't recognize the make. You know it's.
Do I know what type of material it is?
You do. Even at first glance, you can tell from how light it is and how well it shines. This is made out of silver.
So it worth pretty penny.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this blade is made of silver.
Ooh.
oh yeah,
This was
you're
definitely,
you're a smithing fella.
this may have belonged to royalty at a different point in time.
That's cool.
Silver metal
Very nice.
runs along the blade. The blade is made of silver, and the
Hilt.
knuckle guard is made of platinum. Actually,
Oh my god.
Wow.
very very ornate dagger. Very ornate. A lot of the
Are you
stuff.
like holding it out to show everybody? Or
Yeah,
are we
no,
like
I
gathered
gotta,
around
like-
at this point or no?
Yeah.
yeah, you're all
Yeah,
sitting
no,
around,
you're all,
kind
like,
of taking a break.
sitting
I
It's part of
imagine
the short
I
rest.
would be
imagine.
being able to speak about it more eloquently, but while just staring at the blade. Like, I'm obsessed
Tell us more.
with the work, the craftsmanship.
Great,
Can I stab someone in the throat?
You'll be able to
beautiful.
stab many throats. with this blade.
Beautiful design on the blade. There is a maker's mark on the bottom of the hilt. It looks like a helmet with 2 horns up, 2 horns like coming from the sides, almost down,
Okay.
almost like a Valkyrie helmet.
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
even
show
sure
it to
about that.
Phelan.
Okay.
See if you, when you do look through those books, you might find this symbol.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna have to check and see if I've seen it before at all in my readings.
Do you take the rest of the time to? Do you attune to the dagger?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Okay.
That's this dagger that we're talking about?
Yes.
The same
I
one?
hand it
Oh
back.
shit. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Thank you.
What about you? Are you looking at the longsword?
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask Ruckus if he could check out the longsword too.
Do I recognize? I'm assuming the material is.
The longsword is made out of steel.
Okay.
It's a high carbon steel.
Nice.
The edge itself of the blade is serrated at the bottom. And the hilt is made almost out of a very
This guy's scary.
odd material that you haven't seen
I like
before.
that.
It doesn't
I
look
like
like a
that.
metal so much as it looks almost like a glass or a polished rock. It's very, very...
Any mark?
no mark on this one, actually.
That's
No mark on this one.
Ruckus, what can you tell us about these weapons?
This one was not as important. These were probably match
Oh,
produced,
it's
but
not the regular.
it's still a fine weapon. It's high carbon steel. This is, would be able to do damage to anybody when up against and would not fail. But this isn't nearly as special a weapon as the one that Xanier has got found for himself there.
Cool.
So I will write out some item cards, and you guys can tell everybody what those weapons do.
Sweet.
You take some time to look through the gold.
The gold, okay.
And you
ca-
count that in front of us, I assume?
You count out the gold.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just asking, just to get a paint of the room.
Yeah, I bring the gold, or somebody helps me bring it.
Yeah,
Everybody on
obviously
Yeah,
I'd be
no,
carrying
yeah,
that.
I
I'm not a good person to help.
Sit on the floor.
I got my
and
dagger. Fuck
Have
you.
the hefty bag of gold and whatnot in front of me, and I start dividing up the coins and counting them.
Okay. You after you do some counting. You can tell in here there are 875 gold pieces
Damn, son.
Holy shit.
and 22 silver pieces.
If I may make a suggestion, this man lost everything.
Which man?
Talk to me.
Yeah.
The captain.
Oh, the captain. I
So
thought
you're
the
saying
pirate.
cut him in?
That wasn't going to be my suggestion, but I assume that's as good as I'm going to get.
No need. He could take my share.
And mine.
You can have mine.
Really?
Let's make it entertaining first before we start divvying up the money. But I think that's a fair comment.
I agree with what was.
Go ahead. I was gonna
You
keep
said
going.
that's a fair comment.
Fair idea. All ideas are pretty valid.
Well, you guys will definitely have some time to talk about that because stream's running a little bit long. We're actually going to wrap up for this week here.
We started a little late.
But
We
I
said
started a
want
little
to
late.
play
little
more
bit over.
D&D.
Me too.
And we will. This Wednesday at 8 o'clock.
That's right.
That
Next
camera
month.
can't see me.
You gotta look
in.
that way.
Tune in.
Tune in.
That's
Tune in.
That's
Tune
not
in.
really it.
Tune in.
It's not. It's on that camera.
I want to just take a quick moment and thank everybody who watched at home. This is awesome. I love streaming this live. It was so much more fluid than the camera shit we were dealing with.
And we're also rerunning this all day.
Rerunning this all day, so if you missed the beginning, please feel free to watch again. We will be live going forward Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please check us out. We hope to see you all again. And until next time on The Critical Miss.